I know personally
Yes.
why you have it on.
Yes.
Would you be okay showing them?
Yes, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. So, that is how it looks. Yeah, there's some small dreadlocks that I always hide behind. These are the ones now that are growing, the small ones, because it was bad. You're seeing now it growing back, but it is bad. Yeah, it was worse. I have pictures of the first day when it was done, so I have them. So you know the way he was holding, there was some even who was holding from behind. That's why I have baby locks behind. Yeah. So, and even some in the middle here. So all the small ones were as a result of that.
So
Yes, he was left with them. And actually I got my hair back 4 days. I think 4 days or 5 days later.
You asked him for them?
Yes. Yes, I asked him for them. Yeah. Yeah. And this is the first, the first time you saw in the media is the first time that I've ever showed my head. Nobody has ever seen, apart from my mom and my sister, my daughter. It took me yeah. Let me tell you what went on those few seconds. Even if you don't love me, I was at least your wife. I sired your child. This is just a girlfriend. And you can do all this. Back then there were cases, I remember, even women would be raped in those custodies. And you're subjecting me to this. You might not know Lynn, but that girl is an additional strength to me. Additional strength. That when I think I have failed her, when other children are reporting to campus, yet she has passed, she's in the house. It broke me as it broke me the day I saw my mother sitting on the floor holding soil. Marriage doesn't define you. Marriage has not labeled you. You're still the same lady. It's time to go back to you. My beloved, Kenya is not bad. The people are not bad. But few individuals cannot make you flee from your country or hate your nation.
Hello and a warm welcome to LNS. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Now, I always say when you walk into a marriage, no one wants it to fail. In fact, all we say is I'm loving my best friend. I know we have a beautiful future together and things will definitely work out. But what happens when the person you trusted most with your heart ends up not only betraying you, but defrauding you and making sure that he has left you with zero? I'm pretty sure my guest today is known to some of you already, and thank you to everyone that tagged me on her story. And if you got to watch Azoe's episode, then definitely here is the mother, and she is about to take us through her story. But before that, my people, allow me to say thank you to Emory Hotel here in Kileleshwa for giving us this space. And as always, guys, you can check them out for great accommodation, the restaurant, the food, and even cozy places where you guys can come and have your events. And always, I want to say thank you to Yukabeth, who is a great friend of mine, for making sure I look nice in this year. I want to hear your comments. Kama yuko pia mniambie nitoe. Yeah, and for showing up for your girl. And now, without so much further ado, please allow me to let my incredible, strong guest introduce herself. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, mommy.
Fine, thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank
Nini
you.
nimekuchekesha? Ni tumaringo nimeingia natu. How are you?
I'm fine.
You're good?
Yes, I am.
Please
Kabisa.
introduce yourself.
My name is Catherine Wanjiro Kinyua. I'm a mom of one.
Yes.
Legally, I was married for 19 years.
Yeah.
Separated 20 2020 in June.
In June.
Yes, so but the divorce went through in February this year, end of February this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I had to ask you to introduce yourself because
Yes,
guys,
please.
this is not the first time I'm sitting with Catherine, but I understand we have so many new subscribers. So, and I have to say, I had a chance to sit down with your daughter, such an incredible soul. Does she amaze you that she's that intelligent?
I know. I told her. I knew,
Yeah.
I knew, and I keep on reminding her.
Wow, and it's, you know, she's as old as your marriage.
Yes, please, definitely.
Yeah, so you've been married for 19 years now?
Yes, 19
because she is
years.
19. So you've been married for 19 years?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and the last time when we sat, the reason I could not take people through your personal story, it's because you had a divorce case ongoing in court, and as always we try to respect the law of the land.
Yes,
but
please.
now you are finally a divorced woman.
Yes, please.
How does that feel though?
Liberated, free to some extent. Yes.
Still scared?
Extremely, of course. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, and I want our audience to listen to your story.
Yes,
For me,
please.
it's knowing you are here. I'm still with you a year later.
Yes.
And I always say, you know, sometimes we think men have power, but God, you are a child of God.
Very
At
true.
the end of the day, He's going to protect you
Very true.
from so many forces that are not even within your. Yeah, so please take us through your story, because we want to get to start from who is Catherine. We want to get to understand this 19 years before marriage. You were a person
Yes.
before you met your husband. So that's the person we want to get to know.
Yes,
Who is
please.
Catherine, and where does she come from, and how was life like for her growing up?
I was born in Isli Medical, how do you call it now? The maternity hospital in Isli.
The Pumwani?
Pumwani Maternity Hospital.
I'm a Pumwani baby.
I'm a Pumwani baby.
Yeah, so Pumwani babies in the house. What's up?
Yes.
Oh, Director Ochen, you are Pumwani baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 1977, 4th November. And we used to live in Zimmerman. I think we were the first people who live when the houses were so scantily. One house is here, the other one is on the other end. So I feel like we are the founders of Zimmerman or something, because we lived there for so long. Because from birth till the day I got married, we lived in Zimmerman Estate.
Yeah.
So I grew up from a single parent. Single parent meaning that there were no struggles, but my mom is an iron lady, so you can imagine where I'm coming from. She was a strong woman because she brought us all through that alone, and I can't say we lacked anything. We didn't lack anything. If there are houses that ate eggs, bacon, ham, whatever, we
had it.
We did. As I was growing up, you know, when you're young, you don't get to know many things. But as we are growing up, we are four in the family. I'm the third born in the family.
Okay.
So when we were educated to the level that somebody wanted to go.
Okay. Can I ask you?
Yes, please.
Where was Dad?
Dad left when we were very young, very, very young. Because the last time I remember was, I think, class 5 or something. Yes, vividly. That's when I remember his visit. His, I think, maybe the last visit, maybe. Yes. In high school, I thought, during that time when I was in high school, I think Form 3, my mom was involved in a tragic road accident. And that is where now, I think I was introduced to another version of life. Like if your parent is taken away, to some children, your life is over. So she was in ICU for over a month.
Wow.
There was a time that me and my kid brother, my last born brother, we were not permitted to go see her. But now the first day that she woke up from the coma, the first thing she requested was for me and my baby brother to go and see her. Yeah. And during that time, I want to say, because there's something small I need to say so that you can understand where my walk and journey with God started, faith with God, minus pastors and everybody, how me trusting God, me and God, nobody in between started.
Just you and God.
Me and God, yes. So that journey started when I was in Form 3. During that time, I was, my mom was in ICU. I remember, of course, you know family, you get to know family when things are really crazy,
when they are tough,
extended and everything else. So during that time, things were really not good, and to an extent, me being told now I'm not going to continue with my education. I need to grow up and I need to know how to take care of my kid brother, forgetting I have older siblings, but they like it's like they were not featuring anywhere. But my older sister was very supportive, but the same way we are being terrorized is the same way she was also being terrorized. You understand? But now we are, but even for her, she was in college then. So nobody is working. We are still depending on mom. So this terrorism started, and it's like everybody is being given work, like now your mom is dead. And she's not dead. Now your mom is dead. You need to know that now education has come to an end. You are taking care of this. You are going to do this. And then on top of that, my mom had investment. You're being told this and this and this doesn't belong to you guys and stuff like that. So those things happened. So I grew up very fast because of that, that thought. But I remember now when the first time I had that word, your mom is not getting out of hospital and your mom is dying, is dead, is like your mom is she was actually being killed before she died. I went to my mother's bedroom because I used to watch how she used to pray and how she used to talk with God. He had a smaller bed and a white carpet for just a foot, very small carpet. But I used to see her kneel. So I went to her bedroom. I went to the same carpet. I knelt. But Lynn, I didn't pray. I did not pray. So I was like, God, and I was talking out to the God that my mother prays. I was like, God, you that my mother prays. I'm in Form 3, so I know God, I know much. It's like I'm not really a kid, but now it's like I'm being forced or coerced that you really have to grow up. So I said, God that my mother prays, how can you take, now listen, that's what I'm telling you, it wasn't a prayer. How can you take my mom, I'm in Form 3, I've not finished my school. How can you, and my brother is still in primary. So how can you take her? And the way I've heard, and the way I know you, you cannot take her before she finishes her job. Yes. So it was at 3 a.m. in the afternoon. And at the same 3
p.m.
is when my mom woke up from the coma after over a month.
Come on now.
Yes. And immediately when she woke up, it's like somewhat, she kind of knew what was going, because she only asked for me and my baby brother. We have to go and see her. My mom struggled. She like vowed, it doesn't matter whether it's my spine that is broken, I must walk, I must go back to work. It was like a wake-up call for me that I really have to work hard, that one day I need to tell my mom, sit, and I can take care of you. Rest, like take a vacation.
You've done enough.
Yes, because we lived in a one-bedroomed house, the 4 of us. Yes. So I vowed to myself, my mom has sacrificed it all for her children. She will have the world. So from that day henceforth, I worked towards that. Yes. Yes. All my studies, my growing maturity. I went to 2 high schools. When I transferred from one, and I was taken to Gatora Girls. Because of that boldness, the headmistress, thanks to her, and she really, I think she discovered the leadership in me. And by the end of the day, I became a school captain. Loved, there's some places in the social media, some people are vocal there. They're saying my captain, I loved her and stuff like that.
You became the head girl.
Yes, I was the head girl. I have a very decorated living certificate. Yes, so that is me. That is Catherine.
So you were born a leader.
Yes, I believe so.
Fearless.
Fearless. I never used to have fear. I never feared. I'm the kind of person who likes mending things, especially not the simple things that everybody can do.
Yes.
I like the things that you say, this can't happen, so that I can prove to you it can happen.
Yeah.
So I want to go there and fix it.
You want to go there.
So, yes, like a solution giver.
Yes.
Yes, and it must work.
Oh.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what hurts me the most?
Yeah.
Is that you said you were born fearless.
Yes.
You were born a leader.
Yes.
But then years later,
Yes.
I come across this very fearful woman.
Yes.
Who is so scared
Yeah.
of people hurting her daughter, who, yes, through the leadership skills God has given her, she has gone on top.
Yes.
And become like one of the best, you know, business women we had in the country.
Yes.
All back now to nothing.
Yes.
So if you could take us through now college,
Yes.
what you studied and the work that you are involved in,
Yeah.
to a point where you met now this person who has completely turned your life around. And maybe before you met him, was there somebody else?
Yeah, there was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course, I'm not mentioning names,
No,
but
we just want to
high
know how it
school,
was.
Yes,
Yes.
high school, there's this one, but by the time we got to date, oh gosh, I did not even get a kiss. He had to leave the country. He was older.
Yeah.
So, and me, I was in Form 4, so I was clearing.
Yeah.
Before that, there was somebody.
Yeah.
Because of jealousy, high school jealousy.
Did she just do that?
You know, some two yellows. Eh?
Yeah, for you.
Sometimes you go through some crazy lies and nonsense in high school,
I
which
know.
never happens.
I know.
So basically, there was that nice guy, and actually, I even thought this dude is marrying me. Eh? And I think he believed that too. Eh? But we were young.
You were young.
So nothing really happened, honestly,
Yes.
before God.
Yeah.
But of course, with him, I won't lie, there was no... I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was...
What
yeah.
I don't know.
That one.
What I don't know.
Yeah, those hugs.
Oh, they were just so young. But you had feelings for someone before you met your husband.
Yes, I catched feelings
Yes.
back then.
And you were
before we
happy.
met.
Like,
Yes,
did you ever meet a different version of a man compared to your husband? Like someone who...
When we were young, yes, yes. I don't know how to think now. You know, now I'm answering when I'm all grown up.
Yes.
Sitete, those guys, but me, I didn't meet a bad boy. Any guy I dated, they were really respectful.
Respectful.
Yes. Loving, not many.
They treasured you.
Yes, treasured me, loved me, kayelo. I was pretty.
Yeah, but you are still pretty.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
be like I was. You are still pretty.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically,
That's
yes,
it.
I met good guys. Yes.
How did you meet Zoe's dad?
Working. So now I'm in the tours and travel industry. We started working. My first job, I was earning 5K.
Per month?
Yes, 5,000. It aggravated to, it went up to 10,000, to 12, and then 12,500. Back then, now you remember, my mom is really struggling to work. And actually, it has reached a point where now she can no longer work because even one of the leg was becoming numb. So this period was one of another the hardest. I'm leaving me, my mom, and my baby brother. So the little we are making, I'm paying his school fees. It has to pay the school fees for my brother,
Yes.
rent and food, and my transport twice. Zimmerman to town to Yaya. And because I knew the money would not work, and from the day one, since the day I started working, I would get my salary and handed it to my mom to be able to divide. So how it worked, ask my mom. But when you sit to calculate, it won't work. Later, I learned from my kid brother.
Yeah.
My mom told my kid brother to never tell me what she used to do. Remember T12 spine injury? When I left, she would go wash people's clothes and top up money for food. And she told my baby brother to never say.
Oh, Catherine.
Yes. So now you know why I had to really work. So fortunately, let me not say unfortunately.
Fortunately.
Let me say fortunately. When I was working in Imperial Services, this is when now I met my ex-husband. They were giving transport for, he was also employed.
Yes.
They were now that company was working for, they were giving transport to our company. So now, you know, in the airline industry, there are functions, cocktail parties with the airlines, with the hotels and stuff like that. I never used to attend. But now there was one particular one which was going, I don't remember, let me not mention because I don't know is which or which, but there was one that was happening overnight. And this was the first time I was trying to convince my mom, just let me attend this one. This guy had already spotted, he had started, how do you call it nowadays, shooting his shot?
Shooting his shot, yeah.
Yes.
Shooting his shot.
Yeah, so he had already started doing that. And of course, he's a smooth
talker.
Exactly. And of course, he had a past issue, which looked very sad. So I think the first time I gave him audience was as a result of the story he had given me. Yes. So I truthfully, I don't know how true it was now, fast forward, but that drove me to like him, give him attention. The reason why I actually said yes to him, he never gave up.
He pursued you.
He pursued me, and he knew how to do it well. Yes. And so during this function, they actually called me and asked me whether I was attending, and I said yes. Okay, my mom had already told me to go, but she was a bit hesitant. How are you making it there? Because you can't say you're going there by March and you're coming tomorrow morning. And she knew me and darkness, we are not friends.
Yes.
And luckily, this good man, he's good. I've not seen any fault in him, and he has won my heart, true. So he offers, I'll call your mom, because if that's the only problem she has, I have a car, I'll pick her, and we have the car, you know, they have a transport car. So I'll pick you up and I will drop you. So he came and picked me up. We went out. The thing was supposed to be the whole night, but it didn't happen. So at 11, he told me we needed to go home because he has an early morning in the office. The next day was Saturday morning because that was Friday night. So I mean, I was a bit confused because I knew you're driving me home. Then he says your home is farther and it's dangerous, but my place where I stay is nearer, and it's at night.
And this is 11 a.m.
Yes, it was 11, And remember, this is the first darkness. I'm outside my mother's house. So we went to his place, and then one thing led to another, and lo and behold, something beautiful came out of it. Yes. So
were you okay? Were you ready?
Nope. No, I wasn't. Because really, Lynn, honestly, I had a plan. Even if he knew, he had asked me, you know, those times you're having those phone call talks. So I used to tell him, because you'd ask me, when do you want to get married? Say at 27, 30, around there. I need to have done things before, you know, those
getting
things.
Married.
Exactly.
And here you are, by the time you what happened, you are 24.
I'm 24. Yes. So I got pregnant. At first, Lynn, I was stupid. I was really foolish back then, because I may say I was not open to many things. And maybe I assumed many things because I was not interested. Because if I used to sleep around, maybe I would know contraceptives, maybe I would know this and this, maybe I would know this. I would have names, I would know a gynecologist, I would know many things. But I never thought of those kind of things. So when this happened, and in a funny way that happened, I even didn't think that I could be pregnant. So fast forward is for me, it was a shock. I remember when it was broken down to me by a gynecologist, I really cried. And he was very happy. So fast forward, I sit and think mnasemaga nilipangwa.
Na ulikuwa mimi sipangwingwi.
Mimi sipangwingwi.
But ukapangwa.
Exactly. So I had been pangwad. So I got pregnant, and the positive thing that I saw during that time with him was he was so ready. He just told me, you know what? Go tell your parents, end of the month, we are coming home. And I'm like, coming home to do what? We are getting married. You see? So for me then,
that was love.
That was love. Leave even love alone. That was okay. I'm coming from a family, a single mom. I don't want to shame her. I don't want to embarrass her. It's not like she has told me. My thinking.
I can't embarrass her.
Yes, I can. And like I'm holding my mom in such high esteem. And my older sister is married. So how am I breaking this? So you know those things that you
Yes.
just think for yourself.
Yes.
Not somebody telling you, me thinking.
Yes.
Me thinking. This is my me thinking. So of course I was happy. Not happy, confused. You don't even know how you feel or you know or whatever. I can't really say and explain because that day kwanza it was darkness and like the way you see like your whole world has come to an end and then you're like, me and the strong girl in me, I have to move on. So people are coming and the guy is okay. He's not like get pregnant and the way I would hear stories, he dumps you.
Yes.
I don't know how I would have taken it. Maybe I would still have healed and moved on. But I was a bit happy by the thought of like I will not be an embarrassment or a shame or a disgrace or a burden or like really this is not what any mother would expect, So fine, I can hide my pregnancy and get married and move on. So that's how I ended up.
Yeah.
They came.
Yes.
There was this now the tradition ceremonies and that's it, and I got married. Yes, because by the time the real wedding was happening, I was 6 months pregnant. My wedding gown was the Cinderella one, so you never know. Yes, it was very pretty. Yeah, as my daughter keeps on telling me, it's very pretty. I had, by the way, I got over it. I got over it very fast because now after they came, I would talk to my daughter. I know I began to enjoy the moment. The those
pregnancy.
things.
Yes.
I did. But still, I didn't have the guts of sitting and discussing this with my mom. Where did Julie? But you're not having this discussion. Yes. And remember, I was tough. I was still tough. Yes. Until now, after the wedding and then moving on to my home.
Yes.
To my marital home.
To your marital home. Wow. So you move in.
Yes.
Here's the wedding. 6 months.
Yes.
You're 6 months pregnant.
Yes.
You move in.
Yes.
The same person you move in with, is it the same person who was so happy to move in with you? How was life like the first few weeks, few months of you moving in to your marital home?
Getting married to him,
Yes.
Lynn, I didn't, honestly speaking, I didn't see that in him. You see, even I've accepted him. I didn't see anything. I did not even imagine anything wrong with him. Really, nothing. But now, 6 months, I've gotten married. We've gotten into this house. He's treating me nice. I think the first month, we're okay. I believe maybe end of the first month, beginning of the second month, that is where now girls, phone calls, when you're sleeping, and the two Nokia phones, the way they are so loud back then, and you're sleeping next to him, you're hearing things. And then at first, I remember the first calls. The girl would call and he was like, who's this? And then he disconnects. And then there's one time he let the phone, I don't know whether he thought he has switched off, but he was still holding the phone. He says, who's this? And like, I heard the girl saying, stop pretending you don't know me, now that you're married. So I tend to think even the girls who he was either dating or not dating, or maybe they were vibing with, they were after like messing him up. Because I don't understand how you have the whole day to work out your issues out there, but this man is married, and then from 11 in the night, 12 in midnight, that's when you think you are calling.
The disrespect.
And then he's picking the call. Even if it's a Nokia phone, you know who's calling. So why are you picking? Would rather even switch it off. We are all sleeping. So that's when now those things started. Yeah.
Did you question him? Like, would you be like, who is that calling you? Why are they calling you? Did you do that?
Yeah, I think the first one, now then I did not, there was no violence bit and I didn't know much. So I did ask him. And then, Lynn, I'm coming with this silly mindset, soap opera marriage. Yes. So that first few days, I think I did. I asked, I got angry. Yes. And then those first things, I think there was even a time he said sorry. Yes. And he told me, by the way, there are those girls, the place of my work where I work, there's also a college, these college girls. Yes. So I remember those. Yes.
Funny, they are college girls, but they have his number.
Yes.
But moving on.
Yes.
So you have you stopped working during pregnancy?
No.
You're still working?
To the last day.
To the last day?
Yes. And even after giving birth, I went back after the first month and it was a C-section. Yes.
How did it feel like holding your baby?
Oh, That's what I'm saying. You know, like the way a woman would say, I made a mistake. For me, whichever way you look at it, something great came out of it. Because I cannot imagine my life minus my baby. And I told her I'll call her baby till she's 90, 100. Yes. My baby.
Your baby.
Yes.
So you were happy.
I loved her. I remember, at first, me being a Kichwa, even at home, even my sister, my old sister, she would tell me, are you sure you're going to love kids? For me, number one, Lynn, even when I was saying I'm planning my life, it's because I never thought I would love kids. My mom had kind of spoiled us. It's not really that spoiling, like the way an ego protects. So, me being called mom, that thing was not sinking. It's me calling mom. Now I can't imagine, can I be able to be like my mom? So there was this thing, by the time any first mom has those things, like, can I really be a good mom like my mom? Those who have good mothers. So can I really be able to be, so that thing. So after between now the pregnancy, I had to battle those. But now when I gave birth, when I woke up and there were some complications, I almost like died on the operating table. So when I woke up and I saw her, do you know the way you take a baby to the nursery? Wasi wangu.
Wow.
No, she stayed there.
Yes.
All the 5 days I stayed in that hospital.
She stayed there with you?
She stayed there with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was his reaction?
Him?
Yeah.
He loved my baby. I won't lie. Because when we left the hospital, this baby, who was a photocopy duplicate of him, everything, like I had to pray. He's darker. I was like, God, this is a girl. Please let her not be dark like the father. Please give her a bit of shade of me. She will hate me when she grows up. So those things. So I prayed about that. But she was a really photocopy of him. So he made sure, him, not even me, although of course me, but he made sure, because if he told me that this baby cannot sleep with us, of course that baby has to move. So he made sure, that baby sleeps between us. And then, now I'm fatigued, I'm recovering. So I'm like maternity leave, him is working and then coming back in the evening. So on my maternity leave, I spend the whole day with the baby. I wash. I mean, even when I had a house girl, nobody touched her. Yes. So at night now I'm tired. I need to sleep and I'm recovering. So you'll wake up, like I'm turning, I'm going to, like anytime I open my eyes and I'm seeing him looking at the baby. Like him, he was also in disbelief. But also him, he has a story. So that is why now he could not believe that he has a child. Because back there's a place where he had been told he cannot have children. Yes.
And now
And here now he's proving that he has a child.
That looks exactly like him.
Photocopy duplicate. Yes. So he was always like, you wake up and you look at him, they're just laughing. And then my baby was kind of a crafty baby. Ukifunga macho, she screams. She wants, like, her night is, the way babies are. So you dare not sleep. You dare not sleep. So me, sometimes I'm all awake, then I close my eyes, she screams, the father will open the eyes and like, there. Yes.
So you guys, you were happy. When
I
she came,
will say,
you guys, you were happy.
Extremely. That is true. That is true. And I knew he loved the child. I knew he loved the child. He loved the daughter. I knew he loved the daughter. Yes.
Wow.
So during that young couple time, yes, already there is infidelity that has started showing up, which is not, it's phone calls. I've not caught him with anything, but there are phone calls, yes. So the mom would frequent visit, which was okay. The mother-in-law. So she frequented visiting. But now there was this time, the time now we did not, okay, he claims he didn't know, but 100% I did not know, because I had gone back to work. So going back to work, I understand later, which we came to prove because of an incident, she used to come to my house.
The mother-in-law, your mother-in-law.
Yes,
now.
During the day. And that time I could not keep house girls. And I kept wondering what the problem is, Lynn. Yes, until this one day, I had a Luya young girl, shorter than me, who confronted me. And because I would come and find my house stand up, and I'm very neat. I'm a neat person.
Yes.
Basically, it's like I know there's a way I set up my house. There's a neatness, and
Yes.
I can't survive with an untidy, dirty person.
Yes.
So I come home, I find this girl. It's not even untidy. If my TV is here, it has been moved. If I see it, it's like she's reorganizing my house without my permission, and you're my house help. So I would ask, why did you do this? Because I would come, I'm tired, instead of even holding the baby, kissing the baby, and then putting her down, and then rearranging my house and doing stuff. So I asked her, why are you doing this? That one had the guts. She's the one who made me even realize I've been chasing the girls away, because me, I would find them very arrogant towards me for some reason. So this one opened up and told me, Mama, she was like, I'll never forget that one. Mama ya bwana mwenye nyumba ameniambia, amesema. You know, the mother of the owner of the house has said. So I was like, what? And let me tell you how she opened up. My baby started getting sick, stomach aches, going to hospital. It's like a food poisoning. She's so tiny. So one day I told my mom, my birth mom, because my mom doesn't go to any her children's houses, she doesn't go. It's like a law for her. So I called her and I told her, please, I want you to go home. When you reach at the gate, call me, then I tell the house girl to open. I need to understand what is going on. So my mom went to my house. When she got there, I called the house girl, who took like 20 minutes to open the gate. My mom storms in, goes straight to check on the baby, then realizes that the food that the baby is being given is our food with spices mixed with warm water. And that's how now my baby kept getting sick. So my mom didn't talk to her. She called me. I was ready. I'd already asked for permission at my place of work. I was on standby.
Yes.
So she came. I ran home. Running home, that is when now she confronted, she told me on her face. I was angry. I was a martial arts queen. And it doesn't matter, yes, this is my baby, I'll strangle you. So honestly, I'll not lie. I physically, addressed her. And that is when, before even I physically addressed her, is because of the arrogance that she told me after I have realized this is what you have been doing to my baby. Yes. So everything I was throwing over the fence, over the gate, mother-in-law has told you, go and stay with her. I don't want to see you in my house. Yes. So when she told me that, I called my husband, and he came home. And before I threw her out, my husband was there because I told her to repeat. And she repeated, by the way. And by the way, she had been promised, I'm not staying. God, I forgot that.
Tell us.
I forgot that. I'm actually remembering when I'm telling you. She had been told, I'll be chased. I'm not staying there for long. I'll be chased, and she will negotiate for her to be married.
To her son?
I forgot. Yes. She was told that. Because my fallout now with my mother-in-law started there. Actually, that was day one now of me waking up to reality. Like, kumbe, this woman doesn't like me. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
And when your husband, what was his reaction?
When he came, actually, he was like the one also throwing things. And then he, in front of me and my mom, he called the mom. And he told the mom, how come you've been coming to this house without telling us? And then she was saying, I hear the mom was responding and saying, do I need to ask for your permission to come and see my grandchild? So it's like, no, but at least you need to say so that we prepare. Yes. And now the house girl is saying A, B, C, D, E, F. And then they had a bit of a confrontation. Back then, he never insulted the mom, but they had a bit of confrontation. And then he even told the mom, don't ever come without telling us. Yes. So, and now my journey of losing girls every now and then ended. Because the next girl I got, we stayed.
You stayed.
Yeah.
So she was not coming over.
No, she stopped.
Yeah, so you guys stayed.
Yes,
so here you've realized mother-in-law doesn't love me. Husband is still standing by me, still supporting me. Our baby is growing. How is work? And how now do you now move into starting
Yes.
your own company
Yes.
and bringing him in
Yes.
to the company?
So even when we got married, we were talking of the dreams in the future. So me, I was like the brains, and he was the executor. So I would say something and then tell him, this is how I feel this is the way we should take.
This will work.
Yes, this will work. And he would actually help me actualize it. So he wanted to start a company, and I told him, I will not quit my job. I will stand by you to start the company. They were starting with the sister. If it works, then I'll quit mine and start me. I want to start this. So I stood with him. He opened the company, and he said it's okay. So when I was in a very big travel agent, where I was also earning okay. So once I realized he was stable, now that's when I quit my job and opened my company. Yes.
And this is now your company, you called it
Empire Africa International Limited.
Empire Africa International Limited.
Exactly. And I put him as a director.
How old were you here?
2007. We do the math.
30.
I think so.
Yeah, you were born 77?
7, yes.
Yes, so 30.
Yes.
So you are 30 here.
Yes.
And he comes in as a director.
He is a director.
Yeah.
Although they have their own place.
With the sister.
Yes. So he's a director because of the limited bit. Yes. We
Back
needed
then,
more
limited did not give like one person, like
Exactly.
the sole. Okay.
Yes.
So business starts.
Business, actually, I started in the middle of February, and by the end of the month, I paid my one staff and I paid rent, which shocked him, and he told me. Yes.
So you were born for this.
But let me say something.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm a Christian.
Yes.
So when I was still in my last employment, I prayed. So I told God that, I feel two things. I'm employed here. But unless there are two things I feel in my spirit, I want to do so that I can grow. Because for me, my head was like, I need to grow fast. Remember, my dreams are like this. So I need to achieve, and I'm giving myself a deadline.
Yeah.
So I told God there are two things. Unless you're giving me work with the UN or my own business, choose what you think suits me. Yes.
Then give it to me.
Give it to me. So I made it like a prayer item. So every day, there's a time I'll do my fast and God, I need you to point. If it's not this, then tell me something else. So within a short time, I knew it was me having my own business.
Yes.
Because how I started it, the little money we copped was enough. We paid back by, I think, even the second or third month, I'd already cleared. Anybody I owed 200K or 150 or 300, I'd already paid. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So where were you getting your customers from?
The ones you see, I've been in the industry for almost a decade.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a decade.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to. Everywhere I used to go, you get clients. These clients, they refer you.
Yes.
So they're not even companies' clients. They are clients who came as a result of you.
Yeah.
So these clients who came not for the company but for you, they are following you wherever you are going. Yes.
Okay, so now you start making good money.
Exactly.
Life changed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Overnight, actually. It was like God blessed me, Lynn. Yes. I will not say I didn't have clients, and it's not even clients. I had corporates. Yes. So I got good work. Yes. And then now I really got busy. And then in the process, my marriage is also not very okay because this is the first time somebody has seen $1 million. Not forgetting that it's not our $1 million per se.
Yes.
Some money needs to be paid back to the airline, some needs to be paid to the hotels. So things started, and then there was a conversation when I started the company. Apparently, he came and told me that he had been called, why have you allowed her to become a director? You are supposed to put the sister to be the director. I work for them.
But this is your brainchild.
This is my dream. This is what I've learned. You can't even take him to that office and tell him to operate. He won't operate. He doesn't know how to issue the tickets. He doesn't know anything about the company. So he was just a dormant director in this company. I worked.
Yeah.
I employed. When the work became too much, I added my staff. By the way, I pulled the shots on employment, in the running of the company, the accounts department, the customer service, the ticketing, the tour packages, the travel insurance, the accounts and the auditing. I hired the auditors. I ran the show.
The show.
Yes.
Is making.
And I was a tech. I dealt with my clients one-on-one. If my clients, I know they're watching. Yes, they know I was there. It's not like the way you'd have a boss who is a boss and the staff are working. No, I was there.
You were an active participant.
Exactly. Yes.
Is you making him a director something you will regret for the rest of your life?
Exactly 100%.
100%.
Yes.
I know we are not there yet because I know the regrets are coming, but hey, millions are coming, you need to expand the business, and he's there, you guys, you are getting money. The accounts, who is operating the bank accounts?
Now, I've started this company. We have done either to sign.
Either to sign. I'm grateful to CBA and NIC. And funny enough, now it's one bank.
Yes.
I'm grateful to both.
Yeah.
They really supported my business. CBA supported my business to start. This guy is kind of supportive. Yes. So even either to sign then, it wasn't like a big deal for me. And then remember Lynn, I'm busy. Lynn, I'm busy to an extent. He's dropping me in the office by 5:36. I'm leaving the office at 8:39, and sometimes when I have international bookings, because they are awake when we are asleep, I have to sit in the office sometimes until 11, carry my laptop home, sit until 3 when they go back to sleep, sleep for about like 4 hours, then wake up in the morning around, sometimes now I would sleep until 8 so that 9 I'm at work if I slept at 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you are doing this. What is he doing?
Him picking and dropping me.
Catherine, why do you need to be picked and dropped?
Because it was a rule. Okay, when now things started like turning south, I've already caught him with before even when we got married, we lived in Imaradaima.
Yes.
So once somebody mentioned in the courts, in that court, that they're having an affair with some lady living at the SQ. And now this girl comes and knocks at my back door kitchen, telling me that she wants my husband to go and fix some broken sink. Some broken sink which my husband cannot fix in my house, but it's okay, call him, goes. So when my husband goes there, they're fixing the sink for 2 hours, almost, yeah, because I had even to stop cooking. Dishes are not being cleaned to keep my eyes looking at that door because the window and the back door is just there. That is the house. So, and by the way, when they walked in, they closed the door. So I'm, back when she went, I did not. When he went, I didn't think.
Yes.
But now when time started, like an hour after. I was like,
something.
Yes.
They are fixing something
else.
They
are fixing something else. So once the door opened, the cut distance between the door, she's standing here and he's standing here. There are things that somebody does, it stays with you. Even if you try to koroga somebody, it will not. It will not go. So that visual, that thing I watched, standing at each other, cuddling. Yeah. Right. And then the guy walks in, like, he used to walk like he owns the world, goes into his room, and then I realized he took a shower. Then I was like, mambo kusha.
It's just a point where I ask you,
why were you still there? You've seen what he's doing to you.
Yeah.
You are obviously the one providing for the family. He has a company with his sister. Is he bringing any income home?
Number one, this company, I never saw anything. I was not even, let me say I wasn't meant to. It was none of my business or something, those kind of things. So I never asked. So me, I always focused and concentrated on what I have. So this incident of this girl, it was way past, which later that was actually I think that was the first sitting we ever had with family, and he apologized and stuff like that, and said it will never happen again. Tararara. Then an year later, there was a place where I almost committed suicide because of these phone calls. Then again, you have family meetings, and then actually when you are taken from the road, taken to the sister is telling you men are dogs. And then now it starts sinking. Family comes, they come with pastors, of course. They tell you the woman is the one who is supposed to make the home. They tell you that those Kikuyu sentiments, motumia ni gotumeria,
yes,
you need to be a motumia gada,
like to be a
strong woman, and you're the woman is the one who is supposed to really make the home. So I'm in that place where it's me, and I must try to make things work.
And you are still young.
And I'm still young.
You are in your early 30s.
Yes.
You are running a company.
Yes.
You are providing, and the church is now also coming and telling you,
yes,
a woman is the bear. Is it the main?
Yes, the main thing. Yes, because men are like that. Even sometimes you'd hear some pastors saying, you know, men, and then you see you're still young. So by the time he reaches this age, hizi vitu zitatulia. These things will quiet down. You realize like now you're aging and you'll be more focused. So you know the woman is the one like who is supposed to persevere.
Yeah.
Yes.
At this point, how old is your daughter?
My baby now, the time I was still in Imaradema, because we moved to our Jakaranda, I told you things moved fast.
Yes.
So by the time we are moving to our Jakaranda house, she was, I think, turning 3.
Okay, so she was still
3.
So young.
She was still very young.
To know what was going on.
Yes. And I'm this kind of a parent, I would not want to expose things to my child. So honestly, I will confess I hid so many things from her. The things I would help myself to hide. Yes.
And love, like this person, is it that maybe you are a bit scared your daughter would grow up without a father? Or that you are like, these are the early challenges of marriage. These are the early,
the first notion was the early challenges of marriage, which we can overcome. And remember, still fully I've not lost that toughness. Yeah. So I'm feeling like this thing, it cannot really conquer me per se. Yeah? So and then it's like, yeah, I'm a woman, so let me try and see. And then at the back of my head, I'm like, hey, how would also people think? I walked in and I walked out. So even people will tell you, and truly you'll hear even women commenting, the women who live early in their marriage, they are told you've not tried. I mean, it's like, where you are the one, it's not even about the man. You are the one who have messed up. And Lynn, when you're doing this conversation, let's try to be honest with ourselves.
Let's do it.
And let's stop being hypocrites. Let's have a candid conversation, like let's put hypocrisy aside. So if really we are going to address this matter, let's be honest with ourselves, with what is really going on, even up to this present day. Not even back then, even what is happening now, because I will not be sitting here if it's not really happening. Yes. So we keep hypocrisy aside. Truly, religion and tradition is still alive. Very alive. Yes. Right now, the only thing I can say that the churches have tried, at least pastors are trying, now they are a bit vocal to tell women you can walk out. Yes,
it's okay to
walk out. Right now, they are trying to say that. But I will tell you, they are saying it, Lynn. We have said, let's be honest.
Yes.
They are saying it even publicly. But wait until this woman walks out. Then if there are churches here, if she was a leader, you will return the cloth, you return the turban, you will return the certificate, and you are dethroned from whatever position you're holding. There are some, even if you're in a choir, you will not step on that pulpit. It's like you're defiled.
True.
It's like you're defiled. So I'm saying, if we need to let's really be honest.
Let's be. Yes, do you think if a pastor had told you, no, that's not how it's supposed to be, maybe be apart for a while, work things out when you guys you are apart, do you think that's the message that could have worked
if
for
I
you
got
back
that, If I got that from the day go, I'm still holding that high-headedness of mine and that toughness, I would have stormed, I would have walked. Yes, I would have walked.
Did they fail you?
I tend to say yes, because I'll honestly tell you, there was a time I took like 2 years out of church. Because, you know, now that's the time I'm trying to reason out. This is what is being said. This is what now I'm really going through. I've gone through so much. So I'm really sitting and thinking and telling myself, like, do I really need to go through this? And then at the back of my head, I'm like, okay, if I step out, and now, by then now, when I'm weighing these things, I don't even have an option of getting out. I actually don't. But I still, at the back of my mind, I'm weighing things.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's like when I do this, my life is over. Because even when I step, I'll not have support. And I'm this kind of a person, before I do this, I have to see the end so that I can start.
You have strategized.
I have to strategize.
So now at this point, how much money are you guys making in a company?
Oh Lord. I will honestly tell you, Lynn, I was making money to allow the banks give me loans, because no bank was denying me any loan.
They were even coming.
Yes, they were even coming to my office.
To you.
Exactly. And it's not really, I will say that I was making my, travel agent, and anyone in the travel industry, they will tell you, there's a lot of money. But this a lot of money winds up by the end of the month, your bank is like shrunk. Yes? So that's why you see people who are not disciplined. When they open a travel agent, you can open in January and close in December or mid-year. Because you wake up and you realize this money and you think it's all yours.
Yes.
So if you don't sit back and call yourself a kamkutano like, hey, this is not all my money, you're going to close.
Yeah.
Yes. Or, travel agent is fluctuation.
Yes.
So you will not survive the industry.
You'll not survive.
Yes.
So at what point do you need to start seeking permission from him? If you want to withdraw, he needs to know. If you want to do this, he needs to
Lynn,
know.
I need to mention something.
Go on.
You see, when we got married, he was pushing me to have a joint account. I had my own account, personal account, Stanchart. He wanted me to have a joint account. And he actually went and opened a joint account and started telling me that we should be putting money there together. And I need to close my personal account, which I declined. And despite this joint account existing, I never put even a cent. I refused. Yes. And actually now, even that, with that, now there's commotion. Yes. There's like, I'm not obeying him. There's like, what are you hiding? We are family, why can't we have one account? But I can say, even if, there are people who people who can call you all these names. I was not all that stupid. It's just that I wanted to be a humble wife, a respectable, respectful wife. Yeah. But I was not stupid. Yes.
Okay. Yes. But then you're not opening the joint account, but he has access to your funds.
Yes.
And you
now,
have to,
this now the travel agent, you've seen there's either to sign.
Yes.
You've now realized how busy I am. So he offers. Yes. So I need to remove, I have a check that I need to pay Serena, I need to pay Fairmont, I need to pay I need to pay airlines during the transactions end month when you're paying airlines. He's the one who will offer to go do that. So the first few months, it was okay. I think, no. I think the second month, because I remember one client who really loved me, was an elderly Mzungu. He used to do a trip like all over Kenya. So he had deposit. That's why actually he first saw the millions first, yeah? And he forgot that this was to pay the hotels, the 5 stars and the business class tickets and stuff like that. And he removed the money. And that is when now I started having these stories that he's building home and renovating the mom's house and stuff like that. And by then, you're busy. And then at a point I got angry. And after getting angry, he comes back and tells me, this is our house. When we go home, I'm the last born. When we go home, you don't need to be in mom's house. You can stay in my home. So the house is done, and then the mother's house is renovated. I know there was much money that was removed during that process. But by the end of the day, the matter would actually confirm that actually went out was over 4.5.
For the renovation?
Yes, for the house, the house I was being told is mine and the mother's renovation. Yes.
And you are okay?
Initially, I was a bit angry, but I let it go. See, I see home. Yes.
You let it go.
Yes. But after my house was done, even the key, I never got it.
Yes.
Yes.
When your company was in existence,
yes,
you had over 15 travel vehicles.
Yes.
How many do you have right now? None. You have 0.
I had 15, and I will not say 15. Remember, he had a company with a sister, and they had, if I can remember, almost 8 vehicles. Yes, and at a point when my company now was blossoming,
Yes.
The company, according to what I was told, the company was not doing well at all. So he sold the vehicles, and apparently he owed the sister. So Empire had to pay the sister the money. So I paid the equivalent of those vehicles. Now forget, before I get the vehicles,
15.
I had to pay the sister their vehicles that were sold that he did not manage to pay the sister. Let's start with that.
Yes.
Yeah, because the sister came into the picture of my life and finances. I am paying Mercy, I'm paying Mercy, and I'm paying Mercy. So I'm paying Mercy started then. And then now paying her, we came, now he doesn't own any vehicles. And this is what he does. This is the kind of work business he knows how to do. So why don't we get vehicles so that I can operate in the transport? So we go to my banks, which willingly, gladly give me loans. We start with 1, 2, 3, like that. Yeah, you go slowly. But in that process, Lynn, as the vehicles are adding up, don't assume that I have all those vehicles by the last day I'm paying the last 15, or sometimes I say even maybe the 18 or something, you know, because it reached a point I lost count. But don't assume I still have that fleet, because by the time I'm buying the last vehicles, these vehicles are nowhere to be found.
Why?
Remember, after paying those vehicles, now I have taken a loan from Mercy. I need to pay. And then I'm struggling to pay the loans because it's my Empire account paying. It's my Empire account that has bought these vehicles. The way you would say, I've bought a vehicle, ijilipie loan. Because Lynn, for that one car to stand was 5 million. You are buying 3 point something from DT Dobby, and then conversion
Custom
was
making.
about 1.82 million. That one I never saw the receipt, but I was always told it's 2 million. So for any car to stand, for Empire to pay was 5 million. You see, so this is not little money, Lynn. So I'm struggling to pay these loans. That's why you will never, my neighbor actually after the divorce, they told me, this is the first time I'm seeing you. How would you see me? And I'm working like crazy to pay. Now, I've finished paying. These vehicles have started coming. They are all on loans. By the way, Lynn, I need to comment this. My daughter responded. There was somewhere in the social media, some relative responded and said, I'm such a liar. All these vehicles belonged to the sister. I want the sister to tell me how those vehicles came into existence. Tell me what banks paid for them. Show me who paid for those vehicles. And if her sister is called Empire Africa International Limited, and who was working, who was bringing clients, who was serving, who was taking those checks to the bank, if she was Empire, then she owned the vehicles. You understand? And then now I'm struggling. I'm like getting crazy because my marriage is getting crazier.
Crazier means?
Crazier. Infidelity now is full blown. He's not hiding.
Is he beating you?
Beating has even started. You know, initially how it started was insults. Insults, like it went to an extent of those ones you're told and you really close your ears.
What would you
because
say?
sometimes he would tell, and unfortunately, I'm sorry to say this, I really tried to hide things from my daughter, but my ex-husband used to make sure that when he needs to insult or intimidate me, my daughter is there. So he would tell me that I think like a goat. He'd even tell my daughter, actually, let me say this, he would even tell my daughter, your mom thinks like a goat. She's very stupid. Actually, she went to school and failed everything. And let me mention something during that period. My daughter, as young and intelligent as she is, that time when she told my daughter she told my daughter, he didn't tell me. He told my daughter that I'm very stupid. I went to school. I failed everything. So what my daughter did, she told the dad one day, Dad, on Saturdays, because you know she's school Saturday, Dad, can I come to your office with you? Yes, we go. So they went to the office. Dad, you told me you keep your portfolio in the office. Yes, can I see it? Then the dad gives. You know, she's not understanding why this girl is asking. So this girl is going through the dad's credentials and then closes. Then this next Saturday, she tells me, Mom, can I come to your office? And you know, now I'm zero. I don't know anything. She comes, and now before she comes, she tells me, Mom, where is your credentials? I'm like, she would come in the kitchen and I'll tell her, I keep them in my office. And I'm like, okay, can I see them? Can I come to, no, she didn't say see them. Can I come to your office on Saturday? But me, I knew she used to like coming to my office because of the goodies. I'll buy her KFC, I'll buy her pizza, all that. Sometimes if I'm free on Saturday, I would take her for a movie. So she really like looked forward. Even if she has homework, I'll do it from your office because she knows there are goodies that will come after. So that she came and she told me she wanted to see them. And she sat in my inside office, going through. Then me, I see like my baby, things have changed. So I'm asking her, I normally call her sweetie. What is it? Mom or sweetie? Mom, sweetie, what is going on? And she's like, if I tell you something, don't get angry. Will you get angry? That's all she used to start telling me if she knows that dad has done something. So I was like, no, Mom, when have I ever gotten like angry at you? No, not me. I'm like, tell me, I won't get angry. And now we sit. And she told me, Dad told me this and this. You think like a goat, you don't have brains, you went to school and did nothing. And you know what I've just discovered? You are more educated than Dad. Mom used to get even distinctions. I'm like, okay. And like, wow. And I'm like, you know what? You know how your dad is. Just forgive him and we move on. We brush it off. So those things.
So the
of course, I'm telling her, you brush them off, but I'm Catherine. Later, I'm like, what are you trying? Why are you doing this to this baby? No. So I would really try to hide, but openly now in hiding, after telling her that, it aggravated now to him showing her live how useless I am. Yes.
So he's doing the emotional abuse.
Yes. He's even sometimes now beating me in front of her.
Are you speaking? I want to get the part where he's doing all this, but you are close to your mom. Yes. Are you telling your mom this is happening?
Remember now, I want you to understand the state of my mom. I want you to remember that. So before I involve her, and honestly speaking, let me tell you, my mom tried. I remember the first time she learned that I was beaten, she asked me, Shiro, what do you want? And I'm like, you came with the pastor, you heard what they said, You know, most of the time, by the way, let me say this, because of the pastors, I kind of persevered. And then I remember there was another point that my mom, and like when we call my mom, she lives very far, but it's like she used to fly. Seconds she's in that place. But I remember there was a time she said that this marriage of yours, you need to think because it might cause my death. Because even at night when she sleeps, she's panicking. So when I realized that, I had to kind of stop telling her. I had to. And now I had to start it. And now this time now I'm really making sane decisions. I don't have an option, Lynn, because now it has become like I'm being followed. You know, now the company is making money. Infidelity is way out on the open. I'll mention one case. I have the court, or I have the judgment from Kibera Law Courts. How it came to play is that this girl, one Julie Lucy Moiha Kimwangi, they are dating, but she would come to my office as a client and insist to come for her ticket and whatever in the evening when all my staff have gone home. So I would sit in the office, see me, I want money. I would sit in the office for her to bring, to come and pay, and she always paid cash. But I have all that evidence. Pay cash and then take the tickets and stuff like that and go. But anytime she came, Lynn, my husband would be right behind her. And these people don't know each other, have never seen each other. But now this incident happens that this girl comes once. With clients you're not free. So it's, hi, how is your day? Here's your ticket, take, go. So this one, she was so chatty. She comes and starts giving me stories of how she's the first statement now, the one they took me to court. You know, it's in writing, yeah? So she cannot even deny it. The first statement, she puts it like, now the first statement, so for me to wind up in Kibera Law Court, the statement she made, which I still have. She said, she told me now the story, you know, that I had a girl, they're in Kenya School of Law, and they're in law school, and we are no longer friends because now she had noted I'm a Christian. Every time I used to have Pastor Chris or Yakilome's preachings, Christ Embassy. So she comes here and tells me, you know, I had to end a relationship with one of my friends because she told me she was dating a married man. And by the way, and you see, this conversation is starting, Lynn, you're my client, there is nothing we discuss, and this is the conversation you're giving me. And by the way, yes. And by the way, she's married to one Peter Mungau Njuguna, to one Peter Njuguna, that's my husband's, both names. And actually, they have 2 children. The guy has a Rashid, given dowry, and what? He pays her school fees, and he has bought her a car. That time she's telling me that I had tried to save some money to get a car. He went and removed all that money.
So your husband is here with another woman on the side, buying her a car, 2 kids.
Taking her to law schools.
Taking her to law schools.
Paying rent. Rashi had given dowry in their
home. And you were providing.
Listen, and now, to me, Lynn, now this where we are now, I want you to bring you where me, Catherine, am.
Yes.
I've started developing a heart of stone. I don't care. I don't care whether you even put your girl on the screen. I don't. I'm not talking. I'm not doing anything.
You went numb.
I went numb.
Why? Why
so
though?
This girl, even when she's...
Hold on, Catherine. We are coming back to this. I want to understand. Why did you go numb? Why did you grow this heart of stone?
I realized that this guy is a cheater. I almost, back then I'm still a young girl, I almost killed myself because I could not take his infidelity. So from that day, when God rescued me on, it was Mombasa Road. Fast forward, I then wake up to realize it's actually God who protected me from being hit by any of the vehicles. Then I didn't even know, you know. Fast forward. Now, from that day, I grew. I don't know, I normally say I grew up. There's even a prayer I made. God, if I have to make this marriage work, remember, this is what I'm being told. If I have to make this marriage work, the way the Bible says, give me a heart of flesh, remove the heart of stone, give me the heart of flesh, I prayed, give me the heart of stone and remove this heart of flesh. Because this heart of flesh, when I got married, I used to cry a lot. When I was pregnant with her, I spent many of the nights on the kitchen floor crying because of this girl and frustration, and him like, now he's behaving like he doesn't actually care. He's not, sorry, I think from him, I had it maybe twice. The first days, the end.
The end.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question that is commonly asked by people?
Yes.
You are growing a heart of stone.
Yes.
This is you. You've grown a heart of stone. You don't care. Your life has to go on. This is another woman in your office telling you how your husband
has another woman
who he's paying law school for.
Who is actually called after his name, Martha Njuguna. Njuguna is my husband.
So,
it's in the code, so
she even has a last name.
Yes.
And
it's written. In the judgment, yes. In the statement she wrote, this is Julie Mwangi.
We are coming back to Julie.
Yes.
Let's deal with you having a heart of stone.
Yes.
And the common question majority of people would ask,
yes,
why are you still not living?
I'm not living because I forgot to mention death threats have, there's the abuse is no longer verbal, it's physical. And then there's this thing you're being told, you're not going anywhere. Actually, the first word I was told, there's nowhere you're going. You're not living here. Before I was told, I will kill you and the child, I was told, you're not going anywhere.
He said he would kill you and the child?
He will kill me with the child. That actually came after he made sure that I got it in my head. I am not going anywhere.
So now you're on survival mode.
Yes.
Then this Julie comes
Yes.
into your office and tells you this.
Yes.
And then what happens?
Now, you've had, there are many cases of infidelity.
Yes.
These ones, I only confronted the first one, the one of fixing the sink.
Fixing.
That one I confronted. The second one I ever confronted him was Julie. And we ended up in court.
Why did you confront Julie? She's the messenger.
The messenger comes and delivers a message. I did not react to her. I didn't. I did not lean. Remember now, I have this heart of stone. I did not. I didn't even turn the way you say your light, you turn red. I didn't.
Ask you something.
Yes.
Is this messenger also being fixed by your husband?
You see now I've started, you know, women know their husbands.
Yes.
Now I've realized this man is not the one I thought when I was getting married. So everything that is presented to me, I have to
Question.
not question. I have to really understand. For me, I study people. You know the way, like you're saying, my daughter is intelligent.
Yes.
I read, I study, I want to understand fully. So by the time I'm coming to you, Lynn, even if I'm wrong, it's 10 out of 100. So I need to understand. You, Julie Lucy Moihaki Mwangi, why are you bringing this information to me?
Good.
You see, why are you such a good Samaritan? You're just a client to me. Even if you like me, this was just your friend. You just parted ways. You're a just good messenger. So, Lynn, I'm not.
So
you know what I'm trying to
with
tell
this
you.
information.
Yeah, that's why I told you, Lynn. Yes,
Yeah.
I've gone through these things.
Yes.
Don't call me stupid, because really I'm not stupid.
Yes.
I'm not stupid.
So Catherine, the detective there, is also taking
yes.
notes.
Yes, so I need to understand. And please note, this is not news that my husband cheats.
Yes.
But now, why are you coming to tell me?
Why are you the messenger?
Exactly. So this is where now I started, instead of even investigating Martha, I wanted to understand who this Julie is. And remember now, Lynn, the reason why I'm taking this step, I've started being followed.
Who is following you?
Vehicles, gunmen. And you're following me and showing me. You are hitting me on the street. It's not like I'm walking and looking at the back and like, I'm thinking this person is following me. No. I run, you run. I enter somewhere, you enter. If there's no, but when I was being followed, I made sure I would not enter in a place where there's no security. So either I ran to NIC Bank, I ran to the mall because you have to be frisked. Yes. When I have to go further than NIC, it's CBA, I have to I would stand outside Walmini and first observe the environment. Like naotajua.
So you know your husband has you on surveillance now.
I'm already on surveillance, I can't move, and I'm not going anywhere. Remember, you have been told that.
You have started. You and your child.
Yes. And you have started now knowing
the kind of person
I'm married to. So even if, Lynn, I want to leave, if I leave, I'm either dead or either amputated or nothing.
Or we will never hear
or you'll
you
never
again.
see me again. And I have a daughter. And now I know as a mother, if I die, this child's life is over. And remember, I once wanted to leave her with my mother the time I was committing suicide. And now from that foolishness, I'm all mature. I have to be there for her. And now, Lynn, I have woke up to realize that this man is not responsible. He cannot take care of this child. So now, how am I living? As a wise woman, how will I escape this web I have found myself into? Now I have to really start thinking, calculating, and planning on my exit. back then, I will not lie to you, Lynn, the only way maybe I thought, the only option I thought would have worked is having somebody who can take me with my child, get me to the airport, I have all my documents ready, disappear, and you'll never see me again. I never got that person. Because I would have done that. But I never got that person. And that was that is the only sane option at my thinking then that would have worked. Because I would not think you would have that kind of resources to follow me.
You.
Yes. Yes.
And
maybe the person that would have terrorized now was my mom.
It was your mom.
But I knew my kid brother, he's very big.
Yes.
He would have dealt with it.
Yes.
Yes. So that one I was not so worried.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mother Njuguna aside,
yes.
What did you find out about this Julie?
Okay. Now, along the way, I was looking for where I can get help. So there was this lady at the salon who introduced me to a CID investigator in industrial area. I went and saw him, and I explained my case. And already she had briefed the relative. So the day I was told to go on a Friday, the CID introduced me to the DCI. And there were about like 4 CID and the DCI, and we were on a round table. So I explained, now they asked me, this following up, I gave, so back, by the way, I've lost a chunk of evidences of those being followed up and stuff. So, but now I explained to them and I told them exactly what was going on, and they told me, who do you suspect? This time now, remember Julie Mwangi is a question mark.
Yes.
And now, to some point, I have confirmed that they are actually dating. And now, by the time I'm going to the CID, I am sure that Julie, they are dating, and the reason why she came to my office is because she got angry, because she discovered there is a mother, Njuguna.
Oh, and Julie also wants to be a Njuguna.
Yes.
Oh.
So,
So now let the wife cause trouble.
You are cheating on me. I'm going to tell your wife.
What?
Yeah. So at the DCI, I tell them, and they tell me, so who are you suspecting? I say this lady and my husband then. So they tell me, because you're still in the same house with your husband, we are going to call Julie. So they called her. So when they called her, immediately, and they are not dating now, Lynn, remember, they don't know each other.
Yes, they don't know each other.
They don't know. Immediately, they go to Kilimani police station. My ex removes, that's why I'm telling you I've lost a bit of evidence. But I know if the bank really keeps, they can even trace that, that withdrawal, 100,000. And they went and bribed Kilimani. You understand? Let me tell you how I came to know.
Yes.
When I'm still in industrial area police station, this my staff calls me and tells me around 7 to 10 CIDs are looking for you. And you know, back then, I don't know whether they still do this, even now, okay, I know they do. They come and surround, and it's like they're looking for a kill or something, you know, that thing, commotion and all. So my staff were also like very scared. And they were like, you know, unatafutwa, you're being looked for by the CIDs, and they really want you, and where are you? And me, I would not say where I am. And so, and then when I was on, you know, I'm speaking, and you remember we were on a round table.
Yes.
So they asked me when he was calling the office, because they saw I panicked. Then I am strong and I hide.
Yes, but
this one,
you panicked.
I panicked. I panicked. Because now, remember, I know what my husband is capable of. They can frame me, they can do. I mean, I had started now seeing, he's like, now the real him has come out. So I told them, this is my staff, he's saying this and this and this. Okay, ask CID from where? So I took a pen and I asked my staff, CID from where? He tells me from Kilimani. How many are there? I don't know, 7 to 8, he could not even count, he was panicking. And then, do you have their names and whatever? He gave me the 2 names and I gave them to them. So they know each other.
Yes.
They called, the DCI called one of them. Now, it's on speaker. Hello, Abari, you know the way they talk. And like, yes, I understand you're looking for Catherine. Yes, what is it about? There's a a case that has been brought to us with the deputy. Walisema deputy. So it was not the DCIO of that area. They said the deputy. So they say the case has been brought to us by the deputy, and you know hizi maneno ziko ati we need to, kwanza I'll say the way they say it, kumbabaisha, to harass her, to withdraw the charges. You see, it's Julie who was called by the DCI, summoned to go to industrial area. So now she has told the boyfriend.
Your husband.
Thank you. You see, she has told the boyfriend. So now they need to harass me so that I fear and drop the investigations. So now it was like, at the husband, yes, they came with who? So, you know, they're explaining, yes. The girl, my husband, and another light guy.
And they don't know you can hear.
On speaker, Lynn. So then it's like, you know, the investigators. Yes. So it's like, can you describe to us the husband? So like, kwanza they say ati sini bwanake amekuja na girlfriend yake. They knew. So like, describe to me the husband. He was described. It was unknown. You know, there are many things that have happened in my life. I forget dates, but I know the events. But this day was a Friday. The sun was shining. It became dark. It was dark.
So your husband took his girlfriend?
Yes.
Bribed?
Yes.
With your money?
My money I've worked for, my blood. Arrest this girl on a Friday, Lynn. You know what happens when you're arrested on Friday?
You are to spend the entire weekend.
Till Monday.
Not
See, you must to be harassed. I
Ubabaishwe.
am the wife. I am Lynn. Let me tell you what went on those few seconds. Even if you don't love me, I was at least your wife. I sired your child. This is just a girlfriend. And you can do all this. Back then, there were cases, I remember, even women would be raped in those custodies. And you're subjecting me to this. Fine. The DCI said, you know, you're not crying on this show. The DCI says, she's my cousin. We are doing things here. There are things, kuna vitu we are doing here.
He lied even for you.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's not, I will never hate my country because of a few people. I will never. He said, that DCI, God bless you wherever you are. She's my cousin. She's not coming. She will actually, you see now this has more authority. He's a boss to even the person he's talking to. So she's not coming. She will present herself on Monday. If there is a statement to be made, she will do it. If you need to go to court, you will go. But let me ask, why are you arresting her? You know they had to tell him. At the abuse of telecommunication. And he was like, okay, thanks. Then they told me, have you sent any bad SMS to these people? I was like, no. But luckily, I had it on my phone. So I opened and I gave them, they read. And I'll say what they said. Because me, I don't know the law. And I did not even know the law that back then. They told me, this is not incriminating. This is not, you've not abused, you've not assaulted, you have not threatened. I think that is how the law is interpreted. Yes. So I was like, okay. So are you sure this is the only thing you did? I said yes. So they told me, okay, fine. Present yourself there. Don't talk badly to them. Just go cooperate and hear. But if you see they are pushing you to anything and they tell you that they were taking you to court, just go to court. And because HAPA, there is no case.
Yes.
That's what the DCI told me.
Yes.
That's what the investigators retaliated. So I was good to go. But they told me, Catherine, stay here a bit, and then we will tell you to go.
They were buying time.
Yes. So they told me, when you go, if you live here, you're going straight home. Don't go anywhere else. Until Monday. Tomorrow I know you work. Don't go to work. The time you're leaving your house and going to driving anywhere, you're going to that police station. So that's what I did. I obeyed. The
Yes.
time to told me to go home, I went home. Monday morning, I presented myself.
Hold on. Friday you going home.
Yes.
Your husband is coming home.
He came home far much later.
And do you get to ask him? Do you get to act like you know he's the one?
No. Lynn had become numb, had become quiet, and now I'm even fearing for my life. So what I started doing that I don't think I've mentioned is keeping off. Because I don't want to spark him. I don't want to trigger him. I don't want... He's in the sitting room, I go somewhere, I go into the kitchen. He's in the bedroom, I'm in the sitting room. So that is what I used to do. So even getting home, now that he knows I had reported this girl and I've confirmed, I don't know how he would have reacted when he comes home.
Yes.
So I kept off.
Yes.
But he still started poking holes. Because like now, I can't stay downstairs in the sitting room for so long. I have to go up. So when I go up, I'm going passing to do something, and he shoots something to trigger to start a fight. So if he's asking me a question, I respond, and then he calls me stupid or something, I just walk out and go downstairs and sit. So we had those fracas, but I kept off Lynn. Yes.
But then, this case, he would still take you to court. He would
he
still
did
help
not.
the girlfriend take you to court.
He didn't take me to court.
Yes.
We actually stayed like nothing was happening, but at the same time he was insulting me, because there's some time, there are things I've forgotten, Lynn, but
okay.
sometimes he would actually insult me, saying that that case, so actually let me say, he openly insulted me about the case, which he supposedly didn't know that was going on, when I got the lawyer who represented me for this case to end. He couldn't hide the anger
That you had won.
Yes, let me say something. By then, you see now I've taken the fingerprint. By the way, when I reached there, they were actually, it's like I was being taken to court. So I did my statement and explained. I'm the one who presented them with the Safaricom printout. They used it in court, and it's the same thing I had. And they took my fingerprints, they took my photo, they took, you know the way you are subjected into, I've never been subjected into such a thing, never been to police station being called a criminal. Criminal, back then in my head, you're a killer, you're a thief, a bank robber, stuff like that.
You've done something massive.
Yeah. And now I'm a criminal, being taken fingerprints, my life is over, you are ruined. And I'm thinking in my head, then maybe I'll walk in this country now like any other criminal in committee maximum prison and stuff like that. Yeah, those things. So we go to court. It's a criminal case in Kibera Law Court. It starts. Lynn, from the day that court case, it lasted 8 months. From the day that court case started, that woman never showed up. My accusers were nowhere. My accusers were nowhere. And every month, in a month, sometimes I was supposed to go twice. In a month, sometimes I was supposed to go once. But every month for those 8 months, I had to go to court, Kibera Law Court. And in my judgment, they have stated I used to go, but there are some places they would claim, it was claimed in that statement I was not there. You see? During that time, I had almost four lawyers, four lawyers representing me. All of them would call me and tell me they are compromised. Some would tell me they are threatened, they are withdrawing the case. We will refer you to somebody else. Until I met Veronica Maina, who represented me. Through a friend, she had my case. And she's a married woman. I think she felt it.
Yeah,
she told me, Catherine, I'm going to represent you. And I told her, I don't have money, because I thought she looked expensive. Yeah, but she told me she'll represent me with whatever money I have. I just pay her. So that's what we did. She took up my case. I was supposed to go the following month, but within 2 weeks we're in court. And she went and demanded. I never forget the wordings she told the judge, because the judge first and foremost was shocked to see her. So like, senior counsel, what are you doing here? And then the judge is like, and then Veronica was a bit not happy. So she said, I think he called him, sir, your honor, how can you allow this case to continue this far? Knowing, he said, you and I knowing that there is no case here. Ew, that one I will never forget. Yes.
Wow. Another
And
Samaritan.
yes.
Comes.
And she said this case has to be withdrawn with some clause. There's a clause where a case can be withdrawn, but those people, your accusers, can take you back when they feel like. But there's a withdrawal that is permanent and forever. That's what now Veronica opted for. But now, by the time now the judge said, we can't proceed with this, these people are not there. And she said, yes, they have never showed up. So he said, this case, the day, now they chose the day when they have to end this case. She said, even if they are there or not there, this case is coming to an end. For the first time, when we went, is when they came.
Oh, they show up.
They showed up then. Now they knew there was no, they can't corrupt this woman. This woman is actually a senior counsel and a ruthless one. So there's no way they're joking with her. That is the day I resurrected from where I was headed again. Yes.
And the ruling was in your favor?
The ruling was in my favor. It was dismissed with that clause, they can't take me back to court again. Remember, this case was in court to intimidate me. Yes. So I think they were arguing out the other clause so that if I was to wake up and try to lay claims again, because I was unfairly taken to court, they can now rush this case back. So I can never do anything against them. Yes. And that's why my lawyer was going to this second clause of permanent closing it up. Yes. So after that, she told me, let's sit for 2 years. Because all what they had written was a lie, they will have forgotten by then. I'm taking them back to court for defamation, for this, those jargon she wrote, and we had evidence. And may I say, even if we didn't have evidence, this is a ruling from a court of law. Is it not enough judgment to suffice all what she had written?
It is.
Then 2 years come. We take them back to court. Unfortunately for me, this lady is appointed to a senior position. And now she has to hand me over to other
people.
Yes. And I was called for that meeting, and that young lawyer was told, this is a win case. Everything is in order. She actually told him, I'm giving you the simpler cases, which I know that they will not stress you. So this lady goes and starts working for the government. And I think this guy knew the time she had been sent out of the country. And of course, you can't reach her. For some reason, now Veronica had told me, you will always attend as we have been doing it. Attend to every court case, which we had already even started with her. So now and he told that guy, every time you're going to court, you go with Catherine, and she's always available. So when we started, we went to court like twice. After that, the guy started stopping to call me. So it's me calling him and telling him, I think we are supposed to be, no, it has been adjourned, tarara. And then one day he just wakes up and tells me, you know what, the ruling is tomorrow, you don't need to come, it will not be in your favor, it seems you have lost the case. Wow. And me, I was in the office, I stood and like, what? This case was a win-win. Veronica confirmed it. You had all the evidence. Everything was okay. I had to walk I think I even went to his office.
Do you think they bought him?
Yes, they did.
They bought him?
100%. Then I went to his office. And I told him, kindly just make me understand. Because, now, me, I'm talking from a layman point of view.
Yeah.
Take all the evidence and throw them in the toilet. Lynn.
Make me understand.
I was in Kibera Law Court. Take, that number they give. To this day, go there, you will find that file there. Was this not evidence enough that there was defamation? There was this. Was I being taken to that court for them to decorate my name and give me honors? So these are the questions I posed to this gentleman. He could not even look at me on the face.
Wow.
He told me, he had already told me I shouldn't go.
Yes.
I told myself I'm going. I didn't tell him, but I showed up for the judgment.
And you lost.
I wish you saw that girl smiling and sneering at me.
This Julie.
Yes. And that judgment from Milimani Law Court, I have it. The judge has clearly written that I could have awarded this girl 1 million, but there was lack of evidence. The evidence was not there.
So your lawyer failed you.
Yes, Lynn.
Wow.
Yes, Lynn.
So now she's in court and she's sneering and laughing.
Yes.
And your husband is not around,
He's
of
not
course.
there, of course.
But now you've established.
Yes.
This
But
is.
But when I got home, he actually, you see now, after getting the lawyer who represented me,
Yeah.
he actually insulted me. The same man who claims that they're not dating.
Yeah. So
Yes.
how did he even know?
Him.
Like,
Yeah,
is
it's
there
like-
not even a day he took you to court
No,
for support?
no, never. He actually insulted me. Yeah, he told me, you think you can fight with the government.
Oh.
Yeah. You think you can fight with the government. So I don't know how Julie and him are the government. Yes. But anyway, I saw the government. It's the government offices that.
Yes.
Yes.
So, wow. So this is around
2014.
2014.
Yes.
Talk to me about the first time you thought, I need a divorce. I want a divorce. And what steps you took.
Yeah.
And why many years later it did not work out.
Okay, 2016, I decided, now, you know, I already know I'm tracked. My phone is like, it's like he gets to know everything. In my office, I realized that even when I wake up to go to the toilet, he will call me. Where are you? And it happened that I never used to like carrying my phone all the time because, of course, here you're followed by gunmen, you're followed by vehicles, you're being harassed now by policemen. There are cases where, like, I'm driving and you're stopped and you're charged and they know how much money you have as if they are prophets, you know. So all this is happening. So I started carrying my phone everywhere. So even when I go to the toilet, he calls, where are you? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm at the washrooms. And then now I was really getting agitated. Yes. I would say I'm at the washroom and I would hang up. But now when I get back to the office, he will call back and insult me while I'm hanging up on him. Yeah. So 2016, I decided, like, you know, I've really had it. So, and remember, Lynn, I can't just walk out like a fool. So I decided to visit FIDA. So,
you went to FIDA?
Yes, I decided to go to FIDA. But what I didn't do, I didn't call them. I didn't tell anybody. So I went as usual to the office. Then I decided to take a cab to FIDA. I was taken to FIDA. I talked to them. I explained, I'd already written down what I needed, explained why I need the divorce. They told me that what they normally have is self-representation. I didn't know what that is, so they explained to me that I'm the one to represent myself in court. And you know, going to FIDA is because really you don't have money, because even removing money from my account, company account, is a problem. Like, for example, if I want to buy food, to avoid fights, I have to ask him, like, I know there's money, so I'll tell him, can I remove 20K? Can I remove 10K? I need to do this, because I used to do bulk shopping. Yes. I realized also, because of what was going on in the home, I cannot afford to buy small things, and of course it's expensive. And even if I was to buy those small things to last me a day or 2 or 3, there's a point in time where these people are going to sleep hungry. Because remember, this man doesn't have money. He never has money. He always says he doesn't have money. Even when I'm making money and putting it in the account, I'll ask him, you know, I can't go remove. If I go remove, he will fight me. So I will tell him, I need to remove this money. He'll say there is no money. And it is me who has put money. And I'm asking for the money that I've worked for. Yeah, but for the sake of peace, I'm just doing this this protocol. Yes.
You are following.
I'm following the due diligence protocol out of respect. You see?
Yeah.
So it's like back then he would go remove money and give me. But now, as the things are going up, you know, it's like, me, I tend to think for these narcissistic men, they kind of start like going slowly as they upgrade. Yes.
Yeah, like so, from class 1 to PhD.
Yes. So as we are going up, there's money, but you'll tell me there's no money. So what I did as well now, there's this thing in me where I would just now decide I'm going to remove. Ukitaka kunichapa, beat me up. I would go remove, do shopping, buy my daughter whatever she needs, and anything I need to do, even for myself, and then I take the receipts and give him.
Here.
Yes. But out of it, he will insult me.
He'll beat you.
So yeah, before insults, then hitting. It's my money. Yes. Yes.
So
why didn't you tell me? Because you always tell me there's no money. So umemea pembe. Yes.
So you decided.
I've grown horns.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yes.
FIDA
yes.
is my option.
Yes.
Right
So
now.
I went there, and when they told me self-representation, and then you know the way you sit
Yes.
and sulk.
Yeah.
I've dealt with the court case before, the bribing of the lawyers. Now I know him, and I'm seeing self-representation. It's not gonna work. I'm not a lawyer. So by the time I'm leaving there, already I told myself I'm not going back to FIDA because they were telling me there's another option, like maybe we can engage a lawyer, but I'll need to pay or something. So I knew kinda like it's a no. If it's self-representation, it's a no. So I went home. Going home, he knew I was in FIDA. Yes.
What did he say?
A thorough beating.
Oh.
Did I tell you you're not going anywhere? Did I tell you you're not going anywhere? Yeah, I have the evidence. I went to the FIDA. I have their cards, and I have even the date that I went to them. Yeah.
So it's either he had people
it's in their records
you.
as well. Yeah, I believe.
Yes.
I believe. I was followed everywhere. I was followed everywhere, Lynn. And during that time also, like, you remember I told you now, already in a nutshell, you know, there's the police, there's the gunmen, there's the bikers, there's...
Well, what were the bikers doing?
Highway, like, I'm driving and the bike is following me from the gate, and I'm like, to an extent, I'm trying, you know, you're driving, so you can't really see the number plate. So there are some cases where I've taken screenshots where somebody was, my friend is driving, the lady Elizabeth was driving, then we can take photos because it's, I told you, it's not assuming we are being followed.
You are being
They are
followed.
showing you they are following you. Like see, I'm being followed, and or let's say I'm suspecting I'm being followed. Yes. So me as a driver, how do I confirm I'm being followed? Kwa roundabout, I go on, then I turn again, then I go a turn again. They'll do the same.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So from there now you speed off. And they speed off. Yes.
But when he's physical with you, when he's beating you,
yeah.
Are you like?
He used to focus on the head.
Your head?
Blows to the head. To this day, part of this side has never totally healed, and it has affected a bit of the nerves on this side. I have doctor's records of the kind of medications that I take even for the nerve. And in the process I developed, I don't know whether it was one of the things that contributed to my heart disease, although later we learned there are other issues that I developed with the heart. And then again, heart attack started. I almost had a mild stroke sometime. One time when I got a trigger of a heart attack, he's actually the one who drove me to the hospital. Yes, yes. And he's actually the one who was telling me what to do because I had not Googled the symptoms of a heart attack. So he was telling me cough. I know you were supposed to cough. I don't know, for some reason, which I've never even bothered to find out. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we were talking the other day, you told me it's been 3 years since you looked yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh dear Lord, yes. Yeah, so one day now I'm coming from the office. It's around 7:30, around 8. When we left in the morning, it was all okay. And we didn't have issues. So I get to the office, and then he decides, he comes for me. When I get inside the car, he just looks at me and tells me, "What do you take me for?" So me, I'm entering with my bag. I normally put it somewhere down there. So it's like I'm putting it down there. So I'm like, "Pardon?" You know the way you're putting the bag down before you even say pardon, because initially we didn't have any issues. I've not done anything wrong. Lynn, for the 18 years I've been in my marriage, I never did anything wrong to warrant a beating. Let me just put that one out there. Never. Not one day. But I will tell you some of the things that I realized. Some major critical beatings that came from nowhere. It's either he came from the mother's house, he had a conversation with the mother, there was a text message from the mother, the mother and the sister, there's a communication that happens, then he becomes like he's wild or something. Yes. So basically on this particular day, I don't know whether he had come from there, but he told me, "What do you take me for?" From nowhere. So by the time I'm putting my bag down, you know the way you drop the bag and by the way you lift, say pardon, he's holding your hair like this. a chunk of it. And I had, I used to, before I used to braid, like time I get bored with my black hair, with my black dreadlocks, I braid blonde. So I would do that because I had hair. I never used to do the bands. So I had braided. So he was holding it like this. So then I'm like, you know, I think the only thing I said was pardon, and then I saw him holding my hair, and like I felt like the blood, and I screamed. So the only thing I remember, I screamed, and these women who cook food for the taxi drivers at night, they rush. And really, I had not closed my door because, you know, I was getting inside the car. So I know I didn't close the door because they opened the door. And now they were trying to pull me, but they cannot pull. He has removed the first one, and now he's holding the hair again. So what saved me, thank you to these drivers, taxi drivers at Oilcom, they are the ones who overpowered him and held his hand through the window, which was halfway closed, thanks God. Yes. So they held him, and now akaachilia.
He had your hair.
Second time.
In his hands.
Remember, he has taken the first lot. There is the second one he was holding now. And even to some behind, they are out. So when he let go now, that's how I came out with my bag. I went to the office. I called one of my friends, my brother, who came. We went to Parklands police station, reported. I have even the OB's evidence is there. That lady advised me to go and get, go to hospital, P3 and all. 2 days later, I've already gotten those things as she had told me, so that we can go to court, because this is now abuse, and then I'm feeling like this is now a better way of like now getting away from this man.
I know personally
why
you have it on.
Yes.
Would you be okay showing them?
Yes, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. So, that is how it looks. Yeah. There's some small dreadlocks that I always hide behind. These are the ones now that are growing, the small ones, because it was bad. You're seeing now it growing back, but it is bad. Yeah, it was worse. I have pictures of the first day when it was done, so I have them. So, you know, the way he was holding, there was some even who was holding from behind. That's why I have baby locks behind, So, and even some in the middle here. So, all the small ones were as a result of that.
So,
Yes, he was left with them. And actually, I got my hair back 4 days. I think 4 days or 5 days later.
You asked him for them?
Yes, I asked him for them. Yeah. And this is the first, the first time you saw in the media is the first time that I've ever showed my head. Nobody has ever seen, apart from my mom and my sister, my daughter. It took me it took me over 3 years for me to even dare look at myself on the mirror. You know, my ex knows that how, you know, any woman would value beauty, dressing up nicely, looking nice. I'm that kind of a girl and woman. So, so.
How do you feel now?
Now that he's out there, I don't know, I can say that it's
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I think I'll be fine when it grows back. So, in the process of all those dramas, he turned on my car, you know. You go park in town, you find the tires. I don't know whether they were using a knife or what, cutting the tires, removing opening the tires, and they don't open them, all of it, so that you assume that the vehicle is all good. So when I get on the road, you're hearing some voices. First, I didn't know even where the voices are coming from because I'm not a mechanic. I'm grateful to some mechanic at Shell near my home. I would always like drive. Every time I left town, my first stop is there. My car is like wobbling. So he's there. That mechanic is the one who confirmed the issue is they're opening. They're the ones, whenever I park, somebody is trying to open the tire. So you're seeing the degree of malice and really trying to kill me. And most of the time, the tires that you're opening, they're the front wheels, the front ones. So when they realized, I think the plan is not working, they broke the, it's called what? The lock nut, the one that is supposed now, the one you open with a special one, the security one. So when they broke it, that's when now I decided I will never park anywhere in town. And remember, I don't have money. So, but anytime I thought I was to drive that car, I used to make sure now I have to look for money to park at the Catholic. You know, that one is more secure. Yeah. They are CCTV. You can't do anything. So anytime I felt if I really needed to drive is when I know I'm carrying many things or I'm doing a lot of things so that I can park there, do all my errands, including Westlands, so that now when I come, I just go to that parking place and now put my things there now and drive home. Yes.
Wow.
So those are some of the things that... there are many, Lynn. Like now we go, like on Sunday, maybe we want to go to church. I rarely went to church because also going to church was a problem. Any church I go to, all churches have male pastors or have pastors, yeah? They all want me. He will always pick a fight. I'm going to that church because that pastor wants me. So I decided to eventually... So
that was his assumption?
Yes.
That all the male pastors, they want you?
I wish my daughter can tell you how many times we are driving from church and the insults. And that time we have really prayed for him in church to change. And to an extent now he even decides he's not going to church, but he will drop us and pick us. Because now this time he has allowed me to buy a car. So we can take ourselves to church. We don't need him accompanying us because he doesn't like church. Yeah. So he's not even offering, he's telling us, I'm taking you. So he takes us to church. And remember, when he takes us, my daughter really used to hate it. Because if it is him taking us, even the service when it's over, he will come at his time. So we have to wait. So when we wait, when we get in the car, there is commotion and there will be what to an extent of him throwing me out of the car, moving car. Yes, yes. And remember, for no reason, we are from church. Now, it took my daughter screaming and crying sometimes to stop him from his, it's called road rage. Yes.
And what point did you say enough is enough? I'm divorcing this person?
Remember,
and before even you said that, had you even saved anything for yourself?
Yes. I had kept some little money. Remember, I have my personal account. I had devised some ways on how to, the same way I used to keep money for my tithe for the company, it's the same way now I started keeping something small for myself. Yes. So I decided now, for me, it's not like it's the day I decided. I had decided, but I wasn't having the kind of help I felt that I needed for my safe exit and my daughter. Safe exit. Safe exit. Yes. So it's not like I decided, you see, even 2016 I tried. I decided, but I needed a safe exit. And remember, look here, it's not only him. On my case, I've come to realize even the sister is in it. I'm coming to realize the mother in it. At one point, even the mom will come, pretend the son is sick, apparently, and the mom comes to my house with the daughter, with the sister, my sister-in-law back then, and the son. And I mean, that was a Sunday. My daughter was in school. She's in a boarding school. So the mom comes and she decides, the mom comes and now she starts praying for the son. And the only thing she's praying, holding the son's head. There's a CCTV in my house, so I'm watching them comfortably from my bedroom. But before they came, my husband was insisting, Connie, today you're not going to church. And this is the man who hates when I go to church. So I'm telling him, I mean, I looked at him like this and like, yeah, I'm asking you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to church. I've decided. I just feel I don't want to go to church. And truthfully, I woke up and felt I'm not going anywhere. So I made breakfast, I served him, and I went back to bed. So I'm in my bedroom, and the mom started saying, she's praying in Kikuyu. So she was praying, that devil. I cast that devil that is affecting my son. I cast that devil, even cursing. And that devil, especially, so what now agitated me was, especially that devil in the bedroom.
Yeah, I want to laugh though.
Yeah.
Because this part is familiar. So the devil in the bedroom, what did the devil in the bedroom do? So the devil in the bedroom. So what do you do?
This devil in the bedroom.
Guys, I'm so sorry, this part.
I really want to laugh, yeah.
No,
so
no,
we have to laugh.
it's okay.
I don't
Yes.
want to cry.
It's
I can
okay.
never cry. I don't even. Don't.
It's okay. It's okay. So
So-
the devil in the bedroom.
This devil, she decides. I really got agitated. It was really. I was angry. I took my phone. I called my mom, and I told her, no, you've always told me to keep quiet. This one, no. And remember, these people had really done so much.
Yeah.
Stealing money from me, terrorism, you know, all these things, catches. Now everything is now, and I'm stomaching and stomaching and stomaching and stomaching Lynn. I'm like, Mom, no, 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 no. And you see, I can see them now in the sitting room. So me, I was like, I'm taking this phone. And my mom told me, Shiro, don't disconnect that phone. Keep it on. Go downstairs. If you're going and I can't stop you, Shiro, because my mom didn't want me to go to downstairs.
Yeah.
She also knows that I'm really done.
Yes.
And she also knows the threat, so a little bit. So she doesn't want confrontations. And I'm alone, there's nobody to fight for me in case there's need. So me, I'm going downstairs, and yes, I obey my mom, I listened. I didn't switch off the phone, so she's a witness of what I'm saying today.
Yeah.
I go downstairs, and
So
the
now
phone
the
is
devil
on.
is walking
For
downstairs.
me, I was like, Mom, let this devil go and near the fire so that she can burn. Let her go burn. Because bedroom is so far. It's upstairs.
Don't.
So
Let me come
go.
close.
Yeah, let this devil, because any devil that is cast, it just drops, you know. So I went, and I actually sat next to the sick son. Yes, because this devil need to be cast out. So I sat, and the sister was not, funny enough, the sister was not closing the eyes, the son was not
The
closing
sick
the eyes.
son, only the
No,
mother.
the son of the sister was
Yes,
there, the son. And now my ex-husband, the mother now is holding the head.
Casting
She
out
sensed,
the devil.
Yeah, so she sensed that somebody was there. And how she sensed, because when I got there, I had promised my mom I'm not talking. I told my mom, promise to my mom, I'm not talking. But I had not promised that I will not counter the curses.
There you go.
Yes. So when, you know, she had already said, especially, I cast that devil, especially the one upstairs. Yeah? That one in the bedroom. So this devil in the bedroom has come downstairs to be cast out. So first and foremost, I started, and of course this one, I know the prayers were not going anywhere because they were out of anger. You know? So I was like, I nullify anything that has been brought in this house through any form of witchcraft. I cancel every curse. You know, the way you start, those scriptures, they start coming. Yeah?
No, it's coming.
I'm the blessed.
Take us there. It's coming.
Yes,
I nullify.
I'm the blessed of the Lord. I can never be cursed. Yes. And I reverse every curse. Because, you know, sometimes it reached a point where I feel, why should I destroy? Let me take it back to sender. Whatever you had brought for me, carry your load. So I spoke, my daughter knows when I start fire burning.
Fire burning.
So I spoke. And now my voice is even louder than the prayers.
Yes.
So she had to subside. And actually she finished her prayers.
Oh, yeah.
So mine took over,
Yes.
and they all kept quiet until I had to finish.
Yes. And
Yes.
what are you saying? We are sending it back to
I
the
didn't
sender.
talk.
Yes.
I was praying.
No, the prayer. Yes.
Yes,
We
I
are
am
sending
praying.
it back to the
I'm
sender.
sending it
Yes.
back to any plan that had been orchestrated. If you had carried anything into my house, Father God, spiritual law says it is written in my house. I'm the only one who has the keys to this house. Spiritually or physically, I'm the one who has access. If I've not opened any evil into my house, it cannot access. So therefore, God, any evil that might have been brought into my house, it will not work. Yes.
So after you prayed, did they leave?
Immediately.
Amen.
There was no high.
Amen.
There was nothing.
Amen.
As they came, they
so
walked
they
out.
were good.
I didn't talk. You remember my mom, I've not switched her off. And I've promised her I'm not talking. But I didn't promise I won't pray. And I had the right to pray in my house.
God.
So when they left, he came back.
Yes.
For the first time, he was kind of confused. He
Who
did
is
not,
this?
he didn't fight back. He didn't say anything. He just went to the bedroom.
Good.
I went and cooked. There was food actually. I was just going to warm. But this time round, the way I used to serve him, I didn't serve him. I went up and asked him, do you want the devil's food?
This is zero chills, Catherine.
Yes.
Do you want the devil's food or
Yes,
not?
yes.
What
said
did he say?
He wants food.
The devil's food?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So I fed him. Yeah. And Lynn, let me say something else.
Yes.
Even when he went out there
Yeah.
and came at 4 a.m., he would eat my food, the devil's food. I never poisoned him, and he was as big as a giant, and I fed him, and I did many other things, Lynn. Yeah.
Let's go a bit back to mom. Your business picked up and you started building her something.
Definitely,
beautiful.
that was one of the things I'd even told my husband back then I need to do for her. And initially, when you're getting married, of course, with all that sugar coating, he's like, he seemed not to have a problem. But before I built for her, you remember now I was told, first we do their home.
Yes.
And when their home was in order, and actually, even when you are redoing their home and doing what I did in their home, I can show you the photos. It's not like the mother was in a rental house, but my mother was in a rental house. But I did it so that they don't have any excuses when I start doing for my mom. And then, Lynn, it was not my Empire Africa money that bought the land. It was my savings for my over a decade in the employment world. The money that I had saved during my employment years.
Yes.
That's how I got 1 acre for my mom. And then we fenced. And then now the journey of building. Remember the dream I have for my mom. It's not a small house. So first she told me I need to get out of the rental house. I'm ready to stay even in a Nyasi house as you plan your grand house that you have planned for me. Because she told me, Shiro, whatever you want to do for me, do. I did a Mabati house for her, 2-bedroom, self-contained, very beautiful, bigger than even where we grew up, cemented. You know these Mabati modern houses? Inside you might not even think it's a Mabati house. Yes, that's what I did for her. And then now after that, I partitioned, like the land was partitioned, and then I started doing the grand house. You will see it. That house was, if it was to be completed, it was 14.7 million.
Where is it now?
What happened is, my ex-husband then, he pretended that he was with me. So he told me, you're going to take a long time to build your mom a dream house. So why don't you go to the bank and get a loan? We build mom house. So I said, okay, but maybe God has touched him somewhere and he has no reason, Lynn. For me, I know you're wicked, but you have no reason to stop this project, So, and I know my company can pay this loan. You understand? So we took the loan. Taking the loan, what I didn't know, he had a plan for the loan. But yes, the bank are very strict. They followed through. So the house started. So despite him taking the loan, now I struggled 10 times to work because he would take the loan money, and now I need to work to return that money to the bank for them to, not to return to the bank, to finish up the house so that when the bank comes and checks, they can release the next drawdown. They're called drawdowns. They give you in bits. Until it reached a point when it was 10 million, I told them, stop. I will complete this house to myself. I'm paying this loan. Stop it. So when it stopped, he got angry and he told me I will see. So I will see my mom's house as told. It was, we were now heading to just finishing up the house. It had the roof, it had everything. It's now just finishing. Even the frames for the door had been put, everything had, grills have been put, but now it's finishing up. So unfortunately it's stalled there. And now I had to start paying the loan. And now starting to pay the loan, he made sure that any amount that enters my account is removed so that I don't pay the loan. And then frustration started there until now when I filed for the divorce. When I filed for divorce, it was in June, and that is how he managed to be evicted, because there was a restraining order. When now we filed for the divorce and the restraining order is at hand, that is June. I think July, in August, immediately I filed for divorce. My mom's land was gazetted for sale. What they did not know, I had already gone to the bank, had a sitting with them. That's why I will not mention the bank, because it was not the bank's doing. Gone to the bank, had a sitting, even told them the truth of what was going on. They told me they will give me 4 months not to pay, and now COVID is coming in. They're saying they are not even charging interests. So that now I can resume to pay. But every time I went to that bank and talked to them on anything, somebody knew. So before I get out of the bank, policemen, the chief, and I don't know who else, they have flooded my mom's land. And they are terrorizing her and telling her to evict. So by the time I leave the bank, she's being terrorized. And then something I didn't mention, Lynn, the time I filed for the divorce, there was also I was greatly harassed by micro auctioneers on monies that I had not borrowed. Some were genuine, some were not genuine.
Were you shocked when you had him
Lynn,
in your signature?
Yes. Actually, yes,
when
I knew.
When
I
your
knew.
daughter said...
That's when now I was even connecting some of the dots of really what has really been going on, and these auctioneers coming after me.
So you were reduced to zero.
Remember the place where I told you that I was saving a little bit of money? Now you understand where the money went. Yes. You had to pay
loans.
You also try to get a loan to get a court order for my mom's land for them to stop harassing her. But unfortunately, even that court order did not work. So sooner or later, I had to... It's only one incident that still stays with me. The one time I went to my mom's house and I found her sitting on the floor, holding the soil, crying. And that day, she didn't know. Maybe she'll know after she got to know. She will know through the media. Exactly. That is the day when we were done with that whatever incident. I told myself my mom will not die because of 15 million. Because that investment was 15 million.
And you took her home.
And I had to get her to my home.
Now, this house that you live in.
The house that I live in, which my mother-in-law told me, even that one I have to get out. And let me mention a spiritual thing that happened. The day she told me that anytime she would threaten me, crazy things would happen. But I'll mention one thing, just one. This incident when she told me that I need to get out. And that evening, it shocked my daughter because I felt like even my daughter would have developed a heart attack now. My baby is very strong, Lynn. Forget about me. She is strong.
She is.
Because the match now you know is physical.
Yes.
I don't even think I'm able to even talk about the spiritual. And the spiritual is not the things that people talk. I dreamt, I saw, I was told. No. It's a Niger movie. It's a Nigerian movie. It's a horror movie. Because what happened was, 1 minute that, I remember that incident after the phone call, that evening, we had it was actually a cat because it made a sound. Less than seconds, there was somebody, you see my house is double story.
Yes.
So we are in the bedroom with my daughter. first we hear commotion downstairs. We have locked the doors, there's nobody in the house. So the next thing we hear is like somebody literally walking on the ceiling. We are not asleep, Lynn. It's not Catherine telling you. It is me and my daughter in the house. My daughter panics. And she had this kind of behavior of keeping a knife, kitchen knife. So she jumps and gets a knife from her room. And actually, that's when I learned that she used to keep, there's also another incident I learned that she would take a kitchen knife, So she jumps and gets the kitchen knife and she's telling me, Mom, she's looking for something for me to hold so that, because literally, she might be mature, she's
your baby.
And Lynn, this is not, we are not dreaming. It's a horror, it's a nightmare. No, it's real. So the ceiling is literally caving and the soil is falling. And now I had to jump out and tell her, sweetheart, there is nobody on the ceiling. Mom, look at the ceiling caving. This is an intelligent child you're telling there is nothing. I had to lift, there are many cases. She knew I was fearless. The reason why she survived it because she knew I was able to counter these kind of things. So I lifted my finger out. And before I said, in the name, actually I said, you have no right to be in my house. And I said, in the name, before I said Jesus, it was like marathon, running, dropping on the floor. And you could hear it's like somebody who was actually jumped, and
So
all of a sudden.
So there was someone up there.
Thank you. And my daughter was now shaking. I told her, Mom, there's nobody. Yes, you've heard. Yes, we've heard. And I'm not telling you there's nobody, but these are not people that you can hold and kill. Yes. But she told me, Mom, the footsteps, look, our ceiling is caved in. Our ceiling now is not very stable. Yeah. So when I'm saying this, it's because I have evidence, and she lived to see it. So I had also to take her downstairs to prove from room to room there is nobody. For her to be able to sleep. She had to sleep in my bed, and many other nights she used to sleep on my bed. Now my house is dead quiet. I'm prayerful, and I don't fear though. I don't fear that kind of nonsense.
Do you still fear him though?
Him? Who?
Your husband?
Right now? Can I say I fear what they are capable of, because I've lived to see. There's an incident when you are sleeping, he's busy rubbing your head. And you've had cases of a woman and a daughter going mad, and it's a result of them. So spiritual and physical, what I would say, I fear what they are capable of. Lynn, you remember the first encounter I had was for us to stop them, to stop the frequent death attempts and threats. Yes. The other time I was just running to the media where I could not reach you, was because of what? Because of, again, repeat of being followed. Now I don't have my car, Lynn. I'm taking a matatu. People are following you.
Where is the car?
It was sold. It was taken. Microfinance. It was taken. It was taken, Lynn. I couldn't take it anymore. That's why I'm let it go, And then these people, I don't have money to go back to the legal system again. I have enough evidence to prove that it never worked for me. Lawyers, I have evidence of some lawyers even sending text messages. They are being threatened, being called even the midnight. They have to withdraw my case. So do I really need to go back there again, Lynn? I don't think so. Yeah, so no. Yeah, so yeah.
Wow. So I've heard, I was going through some of the comments, and some people said you should even seek asylum.
Yeah. Lynn, before I even say that, you remember when you used to serve food, you would throw plates. I'm just trying to, in a nutshell, to tell you what I've gone through. And my daughter is not, and I don't know. And then that issue of seeking asylum. Lynn, I'm a Christian, And if I was a weak Christian, I would not be alive today. Because even when I was being threatened by those armed gunmen, and even to an extent them turning for my favor, not harming me, you will not say it's normal. Yes. It took the hand of God, really. And the other thing is, I'm seeking asylum because I'm admitting defeat. Meaning, these people are above the law, spiritually and physically. This is what you're telling me. So I'm running away from people because they are capable of finishing me off. Not knowing Lynn, I'm from a lineage of Mau Mau freedom fighters. When my grandmother was going to the forest to take food to the Mau Maus, when she's a survivor because she survived there are those who died in war. And when they are dying after they are shot, they are going down bleeding, taking hold of the soil and decreeing that we will never be colonized again. This is my land. This is blood sacrifice. This is my land by blood. And I have sacrificed for this land. I will never be colonized again. And you're telling me, Lynn, leave. Run. Run. If there is no help. Lynn, I'm a born-again Christian, but I will say this. May that blood avenge. Let that blood avenge. If really, Lynn, we are saying that these matters of women crying every single day cannot be resolved, which is a lie, let that blood start avenging. Because there are those who died. There are those who are alive. Even those who died, they had children. Yes. So the blood of sacrifice still lives. The blood of sacrifice still lives. And you're telling me our forefathers died in vain. That a Kenyan can make me leave my land. Why were they going to war? Why did they die? Why did they refuse to die before making a vow to the soil of this land that you will never be colonized again? Why did they do that? Lynn, I don't mind leaving this country. But I want to leave this country because it's a better job, opportunity I'm getting. I'm going and coming to build my home. I want to walk anywhere, not looking over my shoulder, Lynn. I want to go out there and do something to actualize my big dreams. Because now, Lynn, I'm heading to retirement. Now I'm starting from ground zero, which is not easy. Yes, you know now I was not stupid. Yes, you know I saved. Yes, you know that I spent it all on all that because some offices failed me as well. Like my divorce judgment, full of insults. And what he did is what he says I did. And it can be written. And let me tell you one thing, Lynn, about judgments in this Kenya. Before I even got my decree Nisi, a lady who had gotten her judgment, she told me, Catherine, because you have taken this journey of divorce, kindly be advised. You think you'll be dancing once your divorce is out. Prepare, you don't sink into depression once you read your judgment. Because what you read, you think you're winning. But you will live without document for the rest of your days, reading the insults and memories of what has been written there. And I lived to see that, Lynn. And we are still doing it today. Lynn, and that's why I'm wondering, like now somebody will even start commenting, Why didn't you go to NGOs are there to help you, police is there to help you, law, their systems, their what? Now you know. I said we keep hypocrisy aside. Talk to the police, the highest bidder, who is paying. If you pay, they execute. Talk to the lawyer, the highest bidder. If I'm taking you to court and you have more money than me, Lynn, now it's even my money that was being used against me. That's why they are compromised. The good lawyers, they will call you and tell you, I can't. They will even, I told you I have SMSs of a lawyer telling me in the middle of the night she is being threatened. Those who are also honest, they will tell me, Catherine, they are offering me money and I've taken you, look for another lawyer. So that you get so frustrated until you give up. And somebody is telling you, why didn't you walk? I walk. I want to walk in victory. Walk out of your marriage in victory. You are living with a narcissist. How are you walking out? Okay, I walk out, Lynn, in foolishness. Then tomorrow, you are airing my story. Somebody followed you and burnt your face. Somebody followed you and cut your hands. Is that what we call wisdom? When somebody is commenting, telling you, it is so stupid you didn't walk out. I wasn't living with a good man. There are good men who will agree divorce. And you will walk out. Those ones can walk out. We are here, Lynn, talking about cases, even those NGOs you are telling people, why didn't you go? They don't want to take them. Let me tell you why some NGOs will not take cases like mine. One, the funds is not enough. The funds they might use for my case can be used for 10 other cases. Okay, I don't know, but I would say maybe many NGOs, as I was made to understand, they don't bribe. This other party who has taken you to court is bribing all the way.
In millions. You are millions.
Yes. So when this NGO realizes this is a difficult case, you are in an NGO and you have used the first lawyer, the second lawyer, the third lawyer, the fourth, even the NGO will get fed up with you. Then they will start frustrating you to withdraw, to get out, because you're even a bother to them.
And you're still being threatened.
And I have to keep quiet because I've not paid even a cent. So I have to take what is being given. Lynn, I don't have money. So those who are telling me, we said let us be honest. These kind of cases. And I'm not talking of stories. I'm talking of what I've gone through. So talk of NGOs, talk of police, talk of lawyers, you know. Let me take you to those other ones because I don't want to forget anything.
It's okay.
Pastors, Lynn. You remember my only and one tool was pastors. Because back then, or even up to now, so we said we be honest.
Yes.
Pastors are also tools to make marriage, to help marriage work. And no pastor would want a marriage to fail. So here are tools whereby, Lynn, now me, I'm giving my story, not what I have had and what I've gone through. And why, the reason why I have to make these statements is for other women to stop, for other, even their women who are writing in those comments, saying, why did you stay in your marriage? Why didn't you leave? You are a very stupid woman. Now I want you to understand, majority, almost even I would say all of us, we are not stupid for staying. But you need to understand why we are staying. Unless you said, I offered her, she refused. Did you offer me? Come out and say you offered me. I refused. Then I'm stupid. But now look at these pastors as well. I'm giving my cases now. Yes, I've gone to pastors for help, even with my ex-husband. We have. And some cases even, maybe you remember what my daughter told you. And even in some cases, let me give you now my cases. Mm-hmm. Now, this is for people who are telling me, go to pastor so-and-so. So, kindly forgive me. We've been there, done that. And I will tell you my few cases. Number one, there is this pastor. Yes, they're spiritual. We are not talking of physical. We have talked physical. People know physical. But these people are spiritual. They know spiritual. They even know why it's happening in the physical. So, we are talking with the hierarchy, maybe pastors, and I don't know to what degree because there are also levels. But there is this pastor that will tell you, he sees your case. Before you even tell him your case, some even will know before you tell them. And they will say, hey, the forces that are after you, do you want them to finish me? You're not yet. You're not there, Lynn. And then they will not let you go. you look money. Maybe you might have those little other money umefichilia huko. So, toa dhabihu. Remove a sacrifice. Lynn, why should I remove a sacrifice? If you already confirm to me you fear the forces that are after me. Me, I don't fear the forces that they are after me. I have survived this long with these forces and they have not won. I have won because I believe in the God that I serve and the word that I read. Because for me, I was not given an option. For me, I was not given somebody to help me. So me, I only had the word of God, me and God alone. So if you, God, fail me, then I'm done. So even if I'm reading that Bible, Lynn, I'm not reading just a Bible. I'm putting that word, God, you have said. It must work. It's a do or die thing. And now you are telling me, I remove a sacrifice, yet you already fear that which is after me. We said we talk the truth. You're saying people are commenting the way there are many options. Tell me.
What option?
I'm telling you one after the other. All those options that you've been giving, been there, done that. Yeah. So you come out from that pastor of giving
Offering
giving sacrifice. He's already afraid of the devil. And then not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason why I learned it's true, they're not lying. Those ministers, the majority, they don't lie. Even if they are not genuine, they have a gift. And the gift is one. Lynn, remember, prophecy, a prophetic person, the gift of a prophet is similar to the gift of a witch. The difference is the name and the choice. A witch can see, a witch decrees, a prophet sees, a prophet decrees, and they both have power. But the prophet has decided to use his gift for good. The witch has decided to use his gift for evil. Yes. So the difference is the name and the choice.
And the choice.
So these people, they see. So they're not lying. These pastors, they see. They're not lying. They're not lying, Lynn. So when 1, 2, 3 come and tell you, you know, the forces that are after you, they have confronted me. And they have told me if I don't stop, they will deal with me. So if you are not fearful, why tell me? If you are that mature of a minister, you'd have dealt with them and told me, Catherine, have no fear.
Go rest.
Now, Lynn, the other person comes and tells me, the same people, and it came from different people, so I believed. Because they don't know each other. But the same sentiments are coming and they tell you, you know, the forces after you, they have even given me an offer. Name your price. And leave. Don't help this lady. Name your price. Please allow me to say this. So that when people are telling you, why didn't you leave? It takes the strong to stay in an abusive marriage. But it takes the strongest to leave an abusive marriage.
You know, I feel personally, I feel like, I don't know, and I know there's a reason our audience are watching this long, because I always say, and I like maintaining, we don't rush our guests, and I feel like there are so many things you are still holding in your heart that you can genuinely walk us through.
Yes.
I feel like there's just so much, and I love that you even came with your notes. Don't worry, I won't.
Yeah, because
you know,
sometimes, you know, when you start going back that kind of memory, you lose it. Sometimes you even go blank. Because there are some things that, you know, even back then you are trying to block things. Then something, and now you're bringing it out. Then all of a sudden there's a trigger and you're like, I was just about to say this and
ouch.
Yes, it goes.
Yeah, it goes.
But all in all,
no, I love this, and I feel like maybe if you would allow us, this is, no, I don't want you to open, it's so over. For the sake of us finishing the conversation, there are so many people who are watching you, and maybe some of them have had the strength to leave an abusive marriage, some of them are still in that abusive marriage. And I like when you say the strong and the strongest, you've not labeled anyone weak, because what we do, we label people who are in abusive relationships with. So personally, maybe what I can do, because I know this is a conversation that's going to help a lot of people.
Yes, please.
We are shooting at the Emory, so they have no problem giving us a space where even some of the audience can come and be able to, so when you are taking us through these things, like why do people stay in abusive relationships? Because I know in your story you have so many people that you would also want to thank. You have so many people. I think for me you mentioned
a few.
Yeah, you
Let
can
me just mention a few.
Yes.
The first person I would like to really thank is Elizabeth Manyonge, a lady who never relentlessly never left my side to this day, and she vowed to never. When I was going through major harassment with the police station, she's the one who would stand out for me. The reason why I succeeded to go to court and get even a judgment, and for me even to be able to be alive today and sit with you, Lynn, is another gentleman called Adam Maina, who the wife told Queen Esther, thank you. She told me, I have given you my husband because I know he's able to help you. Good. That guy told me, I am your big brother till the end. So he's the one, you know, you've had those hurdles are not simple, and somebody who is titleless like me cannot do anything. So that is how I've managed to counter some hurdles. Because of that friend, he's my big brother, Elizabeth is my big sister, who God gave me. And I believe they were like my destiny helpers. There's another lady, you know, this is not a joke. This girl, she's called Alice. Please support her. The salon is called Beautylicious. It is on Standard Building, 4th floor.
Do you have a number?
Yes, I have. 0727 691659.
That's Alice.
Alice.
From Beautylicious.
Beautylicious.
Where again?
Standard Building.
My people, you
4th
know what
floor.
to do. You know what to do.
Yes.
What has she done? She does this for you.
I didn't have money. I walked to her. I told her, you can no longer do my nails. Kindly remove them. This is luxury. I used to encourage her. She told me, she took my words back to me. Catherine, you're not giving up. Catherine, we didn't know each other because of money. Catherine, till the end, I have your record. When you're supposed to remove your nails or do them, I will be calling you. Alice, you covered my shame.
Aww.
Even if I don't, I still... You're not crying. Yeah.
Aww.
When I was being harassed by microfinance, Kenneth, Ligra, microfinance, thank you. You know what you did? I used to be called even in midnight. Which microfinance calls you midnight? Make sure you are harassed the whole day and you will not sleep. Ligra, microfinance, Kenneth. I call him a brother from another mother. Thank you. Felix and Miriam Kimoli, my auditors, to this day, my office is closed. They did my accounts. No matter how much my ex-husband frustrated them with the records, they managed to do my audits without paying a dime. They followed Ruth to the end. They've never even called me to ask for their money, but I vowed I will pay them. Thank you. Because if it was not them, I don't know what I would have done with KRA. My books are clean despite all the frustrations because of this audit firm. Those who think you're about to give up, they are angels and God brings them at the appointed time. Prosperity Junior Center, children's home I used to help. When you realize I'm not even able to send money because people would give me 1,000 for food, Ningegawa, 500 I send them because they need to buy mboga. Then they kept sending me audios of prayer with the children together praying for me. And I think the prayers of those children and you guys, Patrick, Prosperity Junior, those prayers have kept me alive. I don't know why I have that feeling. Prayers of those children have kept me alive. And to this day, I'm sorry, you are helping me. That money is still also going to them because I have children out there. I will give my Lynn the number for those who can support Prosperity Junior Center. Please help. Lastly, DCIO Central, Jason M. Moria. Jason M. Moria. You might not remember me. DCI Central. When one of my car was being forcefully taken, they came and tried to give false information for me to be arrested, claiming that they had paid me money. I was called to your office. You came. You sat me down like a father. Jason M. Moria, you did not know much of what I had gone through the hands of police. That day, the fear, panic attacks when I see a policeman came to an end through your hands. Jason Moria, thank you so much. And Lynn, soon I'll do a cake when I'm able and take to that man. I need to do a cake and take to that man. And I know that you had said something.
Yeah.
I need to do a cake to Jason Moria.
You don't need to do that. We'll do that.
Because the reason now today I will walk at a police station without
fear.
Yes. I felt like a human being again. Every time I went to a police station, even if I never used to go alone, I was going panicking because I don't know what will befall me. But because of this man, he's an elderly man, that
DCI Central.
thing, DCI Central, Jason M. Moria. Now you know today through social media. Sijui. It's okay.
It's okay.
You did something. You're the reason why my heart is healing. Because even when I was having those triggers, they kept coming because of panic. And I can't help it because you will go somewhere and you'll see those police and your heart will palpitate again and stuff like that. But because I don't know what you have, or God used you in some way that, and how you treated me. You didn't know me. I didn't even have money I didn't do anything. You told me, Catherine, wake up and go. And he dealt with those people, including my ex-husband.
Yes.
He dealt with that man.
Yes.
They had gone with him to lie at that police station. Yes, he reprimanded them and told me, go and don't even do anything to that car. Go. Yeah, that is the day the fear of police station and police came to an end. Yeah. DCIO Central, Jason M. Moria. I'll never forget you.
And this is someone you met just once.
I don't think even he can remember me. Maybe the case.
Guys, can we I don't know if you can tag or if you can just scream out the name David.
Jason
M. Moria. That's Jason M. Moria.
DCIO Central.
DCI Central. Guys,
yes,
DCIO.
he's a DCIO.
DCIO Central. Guys,
Central.
Can you just like scream that name out, because I think this like has just confirmed to you that we genuinely do have absolutely good officers out there. That's the name I do not want any of you to forget.
Yes.
And as I said, it feels so wrong even to end this episode right now.
Yes,
because there are so many things I would want you to say, but I can't end it without you talking to your mom and your daughter, because this for me is very important. The audience will get to see you again.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
When we are talking about why people stay in abusive relationships, they'll get to experience that. But your mom gets to watch you right now.
Yes.
If you could look at that and talk to mom and talk to your daughter.
Dear mom, you're the reason that I'm very strong today. You have given me a reason to wake up and try again. I watched you take care of us. You are an iron lady. Despite the accident, you're still an iron lady to me. There is a vow I'm making. I don't know how, but God is my how. 1 acre land was taken. 14.5 million house was taken. I will do double for you. I will get you a 2 acre land. I will do a double of that house. I don't care whether you are alone, you want to make it a track, a jogging track, do it. But I will extravagantly give you another house. And it will not be 14.7. It will be even 50 million. I give you my word. I don't know how. God is my how. That is my number one project. I will not even get a house for myself. That one, I'm doing it for my mama. And I love you. And I am sorry. Sorry. I know you always tell me there is nothing to be sorry for. But I'm sorry. I didn't fully actualize the dream I had since I was a young girl, as I watched you take care of us, struggle taking care of us, never complaining, a strong iron woman. We lacked nothing, Mommy. I'm sorry for what I took you through. That's all I can say. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
To Zoe?
That's a very strong daughter God gave me. I call her a gift and a blessing. And she knows that you are my gift. You are my blessing. You might not know Lynn, but that girl is an additional strength to me. Additional strength. That when I think I have failed her, when other children are reporting to campus, yet she has passed, she's in the house. It broke me as it broke me the day I saw my mother sitting on the floor holding soil. It broke me because I knew I could afford to take my daughter to any school of her choice. I am sorry. I know also you tell me there's nothing to apologize for, but I failed you as a mom. I also don't know how. But one thing I can tell you, you're going to the university of your choice. Yes. You will not go to a school that you did not choose because of a situation or because of a circumstance. No. Yes. You know, even I can't allow that. You will go to a school of your choice. The same way you will do that, you will take up the career that you want, not what somebody else wants. The career that you have chosen is the career you will take. What you want to do with your education, your study, is what you will do. I also give you my word. Yes. And may the Almighty God help me to actualize it.
Amen.
I'm so sorry.
Amen.
I'm so sorry, my dear lovely girl. You know how much I love you. I don't even need to tell you. You know I love you so much. Yeah. But your dream will never be cut short. Mm-hmm. Never. Yes.
Nancy, can you get me a mirror from my, sorry guys, just 1 second. Just hold on, please. Catherine.
Actually, you know.
Yes. Here.
Wow.
This is it. You can do it with your band on, with your band out, whichever way. Yeah. Don't talk to the camera. Don't talk to nobody. That's you. Right there.
Yeah.
That's you. Talk to yourself. No, here.
You, Catherine, you are a strong-willed person. You are a go-getter. Nothing was impossible. Nothing was hard for you. You actually tackled the things that people deemed difficult, and you never shied away from them. Yes. You're the same lady, the same daughter that Priscilla gave birth to. You're the same lady that would stand out, would confront anything. Marriage doesn't define you. Marriage has not labeled you. You're still the same lady. It's time to go back to you. I know you started 2 years ago, but now it's time to go back to you. The real you, the original you. Not the shell of a person you are made to become. Not the shell of a person you are made to believe that there is no hope, there is no help. This country is bad. My country, my beloved Kenya is not bad. The people are not bad. But few individuals cannot make you flee from your country or hate your nation. I will never do that. I love my land. I love my land, Lynn.
Yes.
And I know that I told you I hate crying. I know that with the support that I need right now to rise up,
Yeah.
and if I can move fast, because me, I'm not a slow person. If I start something, I like moving with a lot of speed to achieve what I need to achieve at a time frame that I want to achieve. I will want to help change lives, and especially Lynn, not for simple marriages or divorce, the crazy ones. I want to deal with those ones who never seek justice. Lynn, the people who have called me and even like consoled me, majority are women who flee this country because of similar. I don't know, but let me say this boldly. It better stop with me. It better stop with me today. And Kenya, we can do it.
We can do it.
The government of this country, we can do it.
Yes.
We can change this. Yeah. Let it stop with me, because I'm not going anywhere.
God.
I'm not going anywhere.
God.
Yeah.
And you are beautiful.
Yes.
Si layers ya haraka tusonge.
Hakio ni haraka tuende.
Tusonge.
Hey, my friend. Okay,
This
is a challenge.
Until you say and believe you are beautiful, we are not.
Yeah.
We are not winding up. We are not winding up. You say I have time.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I am.
You are what? You are what?
I'm okay. I'm beautiful. I am beautiful. Yeah, I am beautiful.
You are beautiful.
I am beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Yes, I am.
You know, you are beautiful. You are beautiful.
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying it.
Yes, I am.
And you are a fighter.
Yes, I am.
And you are an incredible
And I'm ready
mom.
to fight. Yes, I am.
And you will rise again.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, please.
You know?
Yes.
And you will rise again. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
for
Lynn.
trusting me with your story.
Yes.
Thank you for being here for so many women right now, which I can tell you, even without any doubt, they are watching you and they are wishing one day they'll be the ones telling this story on the other side.
Yes, please.
After coming out. But I want to tell them, you are not weak for staying.
They are the strong ones.
You are not weak for staying.
Yes.
A day comes, you know, that day might not be today, but
Yes.
that day will come.
Yes, please.
And whatever you have lost, Catherine, may God return it tenfold.
Amen.
Receive it. Because these are not just my prayers.
Yes.
They are the prayers of the hundreds of thousands or the millions of people that are going to watch this episode.
True.
Whatever it is that you've lost,
Yes.
may God give it back to you tenfold. What pains me is knowing your daughter might not go to the school of her choice.
Yes.
But let me tell you,
Yes.
I say it in this show,
Yes.
everything is possible. Because this show is not anyone's show.
Yes.
This is God's show. And this show is ordained.
Yes.
So when you call me
Yes.
and you tell me your daughter
Yes.
is reporting to SIU,
Yes.
don't call me as if that's news. I
Yes.
already know.
No. Amen.
I already know she will go.
Amen.
And God will return everything that you've lost in your life tenfold. And if you could accept to give us another, you know, if you could come sit with us,
Yes.
I personally
Yes.
I will organize.
Yes,
Even here on
please.
the comment section, if you're someone who would want to come, I will have you. I
Yes.
will have a couple of therapists on the show.
Yes.
We could do probably, I'm not ready for a huge audience right now.
Yes.
We could do 100 people. So if you are watching and you would want to be one of those women who will come, and you
please.
could take us through some of these things,
Yes,
and we
please.
could have also therapists on the show
Yes,
who
please.
you guys can come together
Yes.
and create a meaningful conversation for us on why people stay
Yes.
in abusive relationships.
Yes, please.
It would be an honor,
Yes,
because I feel
please.
like this conversation is not done. Even if we were to sit here for 10 hours, this conversation
is
still
not over.
wouldn't be over.
Over.
So if you can let us have you one more time,
Yes.
Just
all
one
the
more-
time. All the time you want.
all the time.
Even to carry your bags,
Oh,
I'll come and help.
Stop
Yes.
it.
You know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but if you could have, we could have her guys again
Yes.
on a show,
Yes.
and you want to come.
Yes.
Actually, I believe in moving fast.
Yes.
I don't have my calendar here, but I see if this. We will do this on the 9th of July, on July?
Yes.
July. We will do this on the 9th of July. So if you want to attend, there is the email, RSVP. We will do this on the 9th of July.
Yes,
and it will be, just come guys and listen, and whatever it is, let's just do it. I don't know why I said that day, but I know that day is possible.
Yes.
So I want to say thank you. And even as you've been watching, Catherine contacts,
Yes.
can we give them?
Yes, please.
We can give them
Yes,
the number.
please. Yes.
Her number has been here. You can say it also.
0722 240 440.
440.
Yes.
Her number has been here on the screen, and she just mentioned it again. So whatever, not just support, but whatever words that you have that you think you can be able to even, you know, just call her and tell her, and maybe your email address for people
Yes.
who would want to communicate through
Yes,
the
please.
email.
Yes.
It's also it's the one I have.
Yes.
Yeah. So just you guys, you know, you can write her, you can chat with her. Please join her in prayers, because I'm telling you, this woman, she thinks this is not even the beginning yet. God is going to show you why this happened.
Yes.
God is going to show you why you had to go through this fire.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes people don't realize
Yes.
you have learned to walk light
Yes.
in this fire. So don't slow down.
Yes,
you know,
please.
God
Yes.
gave you that. Catherine, you're intelligent. So is your daughter.
Yes.
So is your daughter. You got to watch her, guys, and I'm telling you, there is so much I can sit here and tell you, or there's so many things I can choose to wind up with. But for me, allow me to dedicate this episode to every woman who has not left yet. I know how it feels like when my mom stayed. I know how it feels like when there are so many countless days I would say, is this the last day? Can she just walk out? For me personally, this hits home. So for every woman who is still there, you are not weak, and this episode is dedicated to you. May you find peace in knowing one day you will be on the other side. And I want to say thank you to Emory Hotel. This place is it's amazing. There was just some energy here, and they did not ask me even to advertise them or even say good things about them, but obviously their number is there. Check out what they have to offer, and to say thank you to my team, especially the legendary camera person and director, Edwin Ochieng. Edwin was just filming Zoe the other day, and It was emotional for all of us, and he sacrifices a lot to make this show happen. So thank you so much. And of course, to our incredible editor, David Murithi, for compiling this episode and making sure it reaches our audience right on time. My name is Lynn Ngugi. My email is right there on the screen. If you want to share your story, send a summary to my inbox, and who knows, we could be sitting with you on the next episode of LNS. I appreciate your support. Thank you for supporting us so far. 500k subscribers, here we come. So if you are watching this and you've not subscribed, my friend, go do the necessary. Subscribe. It would mean a lot to me and my team, and take good care of yourself. Thank you. Oh, Jason M. Warrior. My people, tag that man for me. Please tag him. The cake will be made. Abeldina, you've seen her on the show. She will be making that cake. I know I can say that because I know even after this I'll call her and she'll say a big yes. So, Jason M. Warrior, guys, tag that man and let him know we appreciate him and we are grateful for his services. Always wanted to say that, you know. Bye-bye.
Bye.